and ready. It's always something with these live streams. It never works the way I want it to. So sorry we had to start that over. I need to mute my laptop here as I get this up and going. And now I have to set up everything on my computer. So
Those are not showing up.
there it is, just popped up here. Okay. So let me click in and see if we get some other people to join. Apologies, guys, if you are just join, or actually if you're watching the replay, I should say. As we deal with some technical difficulties, my screen was oriented the other way, and I don't know. I always have difficulty setting up these live streams. Hey Jay, good to see you. So we're gonna let people join a little bit before we jump into anything. Hi Crystal, hi Trava, aloha. So good to see you.
I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. Disnerd, Sarah, hello. Ashley, Austin, Mariah, soccer fan, Jennifer, Sean, hello, Jezebel, John, good to see you, John. We have a package from the Andersons, from John and his family. We're going to open up in just a little bit. Hello to C-Man, Casey, Dop, Lisa, Lucas, Traden, Cassandra, Aaron, Rusty, and so many more. Yeah, I probably cannot say hello to absolutely everybody since you're all chiming in. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining the live stream. Already 70, and it's just 2 minutes in, so that's awesome. 70 of you all hanging out here. How was Brick or Treat? It was great.
In the park right now. I want to be in the park right now.
Austin asked how Brick or Treat was. Austin works at Legoland, and we went to Brick or Treat on Saturday. I actually saw Alec, another one of our viewers. Did not see Austin, but we had a good time. Actually, I felt like we got more good candy at Brick or Treat than I did at Oogie Boogie Bash. The candy this year from Brick or Treat was really, really good.
Yeah, our kids were happy. We got lots of M&Ms.
Thank you, Eric Park, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's see here if what other folks are saying. Just some hellos from Yuma, from Avila Beach. Jezebel says, been watching for all the tips and tricks for our next Disneyland trip next month. Awesome. What dates are you going next month? I'm curious to hear. We've got a hello from Placerville. And CV, Chula Vista. Hello from down in Chula Vista. Marla Stockley. Pedro says, I want the Disneyland Railroad back. Yes, I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to the railroad being back. The monorail is back. The monorail had an indefinitely closed refurbishment just like the Disneyland Railroad, but the monorail is back already. Came off of refurbishment unexpectedly. So that's always nice. We have hope that maybe the Disneyland Railroad will come back without, much fanfare or major announcements on the refurb calendar. Who knows? Hey, Rebecca, good to see you. Oh, Jeremy's there with you. Jeremy, Rebecca and I were just talking about you the other day on Facebook. Said that I haven't seen you in a while. We bumped into you all the time at Disneyland. I haven't seen you in a while lately. But she told me the trick to seeing you was going to Indiana Jones at Rope Drop on Saturdays.
I haven't gone on a Saturday.
I don't really go on Saturdays all that often.
Well, we can't right now.
Yeah, we can't at the moment. But the next Saturday that we can go, which probably won't be till January, I'm going to go to Indiana Jones and we'll see if we run into you. But let's see here. Stephen Smith, do you ever go to the parks Monday to Wednesday? Our next trip is January 6th to 8th. Yes, Tuesdays are my weekday that I tend to go to the park.
Unless we've been there on the weekend, though.
Yeah,
and those dates will probably be there on the weekend.
I went on a Thursday just this past week. That was because I was gonna go last Saturday. and it was 105 degrees. So I moved my reservation to Tuesday. And then I was going to go on Tuesday, but it was 97 degrees. And the very next day was going to be 82 degrees. So I just decided to push it to Thursday, and I went on Thursday this week. But generally speaking, my weekday visits are on Tuesdays. That's just the date that I tend to go. During the summer months, we've been going on Saturdays. But we just entered a period of time. Well, actually, September still allows on Saturdays.
Open on Saturdays, but we have too many like birthday parties and all sorts of other stuff going on Saturdays.
The kids have birthday parties. So we were gonna go not this Saturday, coming Saturday, but the following.
We're supposed to go the 28th, but we moved it to the 29th.
It got moved to Sunday because of
birthday parties.
A birthday party on Saturday, but.
And we would have gone next weekend, but we're celebrating Benjamin's birthday next Sunday, so.
Jezebel says that they're going to be there the 23rd and 24th with tickets to Oogie Boogie on the 24th. That is a better time of the month, towards the end of October. The beginning of October will be filled with fall breaks. My kids are off on October 11th, and then the entire following week they have half days because of, it's like mid-semester or whatever.
No, it's end of quarter one.
End of the first quarter, End of the first quarter. No, this is Mia right here. I'm surprised you guys can see her because
I think her ears every now and then.
Let me just pull the camera down a little bit here.
Sorry. Go back to relax.
There you go. Yeah, she popped right up. Now that's Mia. Brownie, I'm sure, will make an appearance. Somebody wanted Brownie to make an appearance on the live stream. So, but where was? The end of October. Yeah, I saw the super chat. I'll get to it in just a second. End of October should be pretty good, avoiding a good chunk of the fall breaks. So I think that's a great time to be going. We have a super chat from B Billings MS. It says, "Hi, I enjoy your vids. Should I go to Disneyland the week of Thanksgiving or the week after? Which is more crowded?" Definitely go the week after. My kids are already off the week before. If you mean like...
No, like... they're
off, the week before.
Like, our kids are off the week of Thanksgiving.
So I'm confused, I guess.
You said the week of Thanksgiving.
The week of. The week of. Or the week after. Yeah. Yes. So the week of, my kids are already off. We'll be going on Tuesday the 26th. And I imagine there will be a lot of other people.
At the same time,
a lot of the other local
most of
schools
the passes, though, are blocked out that week. So it's still kind of, it's a give or take. It could be probably about the same either way. Because Thanksgiving week will be more crowded with, like, out-of-towners. However, it won't be as crowded with pass holders. Whereas the week after Thanksgiving...
But school is back the week after Thanksgiving.
Some schools get... I don't think any get 2 weeks for
Thanksgiving. School will be back
the week after. Whereas, like, spring break's a hard one. Because, like, Easter break, our kids have off the week leading up to Easter. But there's a lot of schools that have off both weeks or just the week after. And so that's one of those holidays where, like, no matter when you go during that time, it's busy.
Yeah, that's why I tell people to avoid spring break entirely.
I mean, spring is just bad.
But yeah, I think the week after, first week of December, I think that's the better option. Phil Baxter asked if we would do Halloween Horror Nights, and not this year. As much as I would love to go, I enjoy it. It is just too costly. It's $200 for the event with Express Pass and $300 for a hotel plus gas and food. And I mean, you know, we're talking easily like $700 just for me to go, just for one evening. It's not worth it. I like going, but it's too far away to make it worth it. Kenneth Bartley, thank you for the super chat. We are in the park. All tricks worked at RD. RD. Help me out with the abbreviation. What's RD? I feel like I should know some of these, and I'm probably going to, like, you know, smack myself in the head once I hear it, but RD. Help me out with rope drop. There we go. There we go.
I've never abbreviated that one before.
I've never abbreviated that one either, but it makes sense. Yeah. It does. It does. Awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, that's what I love to hear, that you know, our advice worked. You know, sometimes you get imposter syndrome even with 43,000 subscribers, and we've been doing this for 3 or 4 years. Every now and again, we get imposter syndrome. What that means is that you feel like you're not adequate. Does that make sense? Where it's like, oh, I know this advice. I live this advice constantly, but I'm afraid that I share this advice and someone is going to find out it didn't work for them and take it out on me and be like, you said to do this and it was terrible. So I always love to hear when things worked out. So thank you. Glad to hear that. Let's see here. Is the monorail going to be down for the year? It's already back. Go Cubs, go! It's already back. We had that indefinite. We thought it was going to be closed for 6 weeks. It only ended up.
Disney likes putting things indefinite and scaring people.
It only ended up being closed for like 2 weeks, maybe three weeks, something like that. It's already back. I saw it working the other day. I saw people on it the other day on Thursday, so it's already back. And kick her off.
She's comfy.
Kitty cat, kick her off your lap. Thank you, PDX Kate. We appreciate the super chat very, very much. Grilled Cheese Now says they can confirm all the tips for the safari park worked. The safari park is somewhere we need to make it back soon. We've been waiting for the temps to drop.
Yeah, but we always avoid
Yeah.
July through October, pretty much.
I feel like October is when we get to go back, when we start putting out all the fall stuff.
Especially because I heard they have another new baby tiger. I don't think it's out yet, but
the baby tigers were so cute last time.
I want to go see another baby tiger.
We need to make it back to the safari park. Jezebel says she's disappointed they removed the tree.
What tree?
Which tree? I'm confused. I'm not the most observant person though, so if there was a tree they took out, if you're talking about Tarzan's treehouse, I actually like the Adventureland treehouse better than Tarzan.
I hated Tarzan's treehouse.
I just like the polka music.
I know, but like, what I don't ever understand is why they changed it in the first place. Because it used to be Swiss Family Robinson, and then they changed it to Tarzan. They pretty much just changed it back to how it used to be.
Lane 19 tree? I'm not sure what that is. Lane, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Over by the castle? The one with, like, carvings on it? Isn't there a tree with, like, people's initials on it? Maybe, I don't know. I'm really not that observant. I have no idea what tree you're talking about. But somebody else does. Rebecca says she knows the tree. So I'm glad that you know the tree. Over by the castle, that's all that I've got here, but... As a solo traveler, Ashley asks, as a solo traveler, do you think it's safe to walk back to my hotel at night? Or would it be better to get an Uber? Staying on Harbor Boulevard at the Hojo. Hojo's safe. Yeah, if you had to go anywhere further than the Hojo, like you had to go up over the bridge to maybe the 4 Points by Sheraton. I mean, I've walked it at night. It's not, like, terrible. But it does have some sketchy feelings. But so long as you're on, this side of the bridge, the Hojo being like the far extremity of it, you'll be fine. There'll be plenty of people walking back. Yeah, be plenty of people walking back. There's also a bunch of hotels behind the Hojo. The Hilton, the Holiday Inn Express, the Homewood Suites, I think. And people will be walking back to those hotels. So they'll be walking the same route that you will be going to the Hojo. So I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I think you'd be fine. Can I get the monorail from the Disneyland Hotel? La Rainbow Sparkles asks. You have to go to the monorail station just outside the Disneyland Hotel, but you have to enter downtown Disney. And you have to go through security, go to downtown Disney, and it's right across from the Lego store. It's pretty close to the Disneyland Hotel, but they don't actually have a monorail station inside the hotel, kind of like... the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian and Contemporary at Walt Disney World. They don't actually have stations at the physical hotel. Cass asks, are there any good dates to go in December? Before I answer that, I should say, for you guys, if I miss your question, just keep dropping it in the comments and I'll see it and I'll get to answer it in a minute. Oh, thank you so much, KC Dop, for the awesome super chat. I will read your comment in just a second. I did want to answer that question we already asked, though, first from Cass. Are there any good dates to go in December? our favorite time of the year to go in December was always, let me look at the dates here,
It would be like
always around the like 12th or 13th of December. This year, our kids get out a whole week later than normal, so
it's not necessarily a week later. It's just the way like school falls and like Christmas falls. It's like it's screwy with like just when the calendar is. It's not even a week later.
But I would say like the week of the 9th through the 13th would probably be really awesome. We're 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, but 2 weeks away from Christmas. So you're looking at this like weird time between major holidays. So the people that need those major holidays for their breaks, you know, like to get off of work and have the least amount of like days they have to take PTO or whatever, those are the people they're going to be going over Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I think the week of like the 9th or the 13th is probably the best. Our kids are outside playing, so that bang you just heard was somebody hitting
the cat
the...
just scratched me because she got scared.
She's very scared.
Ow.
So Casey Dopp's comment was, the $50 is for Hungry Bear Restaurant.
Thank you.
Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree when it opens.
I still can't get over that name. I'm going to call it Hungry Bear Restaurant.
I mean, they could have left it the same and just changed it to barbecue.
To
So
call
I
it
don't know.
Junkyard Jamboree.
Thank you so much. I'm going to screenshot that right now so I don't forget. And I'm going to give you a shout out when we eat there that the meal is on you.
Do we know
so
when
thank
it's
you so
open
much.
yet?
They
announced the menu. So like
here's the thing, okay? People are asking me, do you think Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to open early? Do you think this is going to open early? I mean, with the monorail just surprise coming off the refurb calendar, with Winnie the Pooh surprise coming off the refurb calendar, I am hesitant to say absolutely anything because you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, no, I don't think it's going to open until November 15th. And then tomorrow there'll be an announcement. Oh, hey guys, guess what? Tiana's is done. We tested it and it looks great. So we're just going to open now. And it's going to be like, I said. So I don't like to say anymore.
But we do plan to go. Which, I mean, if they open early, I want you to wait till like we can all go. I'm excited for the food there.
It says, what's the longest line you have ever waited for at Disneyland or DCA? What line do you think is the worst?
Soarin'.
That I've ever... Well, Soarin' is the worst in terms of...
It barely moves.
Because they only load every 5 minutes. You are standing around for 5 minutes before the line moves. I like the constantly moving lines. I could deal with like a Rise of the Resistance at 120 minutes is more tolerable to me than 60 minutes at Soarin'. It just is. Because Rise always it keeps moving. And I like that. The longest line that we've ever waited for, though, was probably about 90 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. It wasn't 90 when we got in line.
It broke down.
And we waited the whole 45 minutes because we wanted to test whether or not it was true that the ride stays closed for 45 minutes. So we had heard that, but we wanted to test it. And it was indeed... We confirmed that if the ride breaks, the lights come on, and the music stops when you're in the tunnels, it will be a minimum of 45 minutes before it starts back up again. So yeah, it took us about 90 minutes that time. It's probably the longest time we ever waited for a ride at Disneyland. Let's see here. We did get another super chat from Kara C. Thank you so much.
Someone have a comment?
No comment. Okay. Just $9.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. We'll use it to buy the kids a Dole Whip. One of the videos that I want to do coming up here soon is probably the next time that I am with my family, which will be Sunday the 29th. I want to do a if you're going to Disneyland for the very first time ever, these are the things that you absolutely have to do. And getting a Dole Whip is going to be one of those things, so we'll use your $10 for a Dole Whip. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Nicole says that they are doing their very first day at the Candy Cane Inn.
Aww, I love
awesome. I think we've got a lot of people on now. Got 186 of you, so thank you for hanging out. We're going to open our first of the packages. And this comes from the Andersons in South Dakota, not North. They specifically always remind me of that.
If any of you are from North Dakota, please let us know, because I'm still convinced nobody lives there. I mean, I know people live there, but I have still yet to ever meet a soul who is from North Dakota.
That was, I gotta find where it opens.
I don't know.
Because I don't think that's an end.
No, it's a box we can't open.
Here we go. Here's an end. Maybe.
It's like, please don't stab me with this thing.
Here. How about you just deal with that over there?
Thanks.
And I'll answer some more questions while you're figuring that out.
I can't figure it out. It's like, what did they do?
John sent over a master tape job. That's what he said. Gotta find the end. Pandora says, please hit the like button. Yes, please do. I greatly appreciate that.
Wow, John.
Definitely do. Oh, I think she got one end open. All right.
Oh, and
Here.
now I'm like dropping
Let me
the box.
take the scissors away before you cut
Before
yourself.
I stab myself.
Before you stab
I already
yourself.
have injury over here from the cat.
Do we need to call the kids in, John? Is this something for that that's good for calling the kids in? I know North Dakotan will tape that good.
There's a note. We can read the note. first.
Okay, yeah, we can go ahead and.
Oh, we got notes from all of
Oh,
them.
notes from all the
Aw.
kids. That's so sweet. Thank you, guys. Got a note from Selah
And
and
Emmett.
from Emmett and Evan. And then from John and Taryn. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
We will read these
We'll-
later.
yeah, we'll read them a little bit later. But these are great. I appreciate that so very much.
Your kids have good handwriting.
No. Not your kids, John. My kids. Do my kids need to come in for the box? I don't know if there's anything specifically for them in the box. That's what I was asking about. Did you ever get your panda postcard? If you sent a... Oh, you know what? Wait.
No?
I feel like I remember seeing something from you, but wasn't it for like James's birthday or a couple of weeks ago? I think we might have... I think
If
we
it was
saw
for
that.
James's birthday, then we would have gone.
I do remember seeing something from you, yes. Oh, okay. John says let them play. They can
Okay.
play, so it's fine.
Cardboard.
Gail says recently subscribed to your channel. Enjoy watching you and your family. Thank you so
you.
much. Greatly appreciate that. It is the last week of February. Good to visit Disneyland.
Ish.
I prefer waiting for like the first week of March because then Food and Wine has started.
Yeah.
But-
The only hard part with the end of February is you risk a lot of things being closed at that time of the year because
Yeah.
it's so off season. Plus, our weather can be so unpredictable at that time of the year that it might be rainy and cold and dreary. But
So we've got
South Dakota.
South Dakota guide. I love it. World's only corn palace. That's awesome.
that's actually
It's
kinda
made
cool.
completely out of corn.
Oh, we might have to go to South Dakota.
That's really cool. Let me show you this little palace. If you get like really close, I don't know, you can't really see because of the lighting, but all those structures are made out of corn.
Okay,
That's awesome.
if we ever go to South Dakota, though, we're driving up to North Dakota just so we can say we've been
Just so we can say we've been there. South.
Someone said they've been to the... Oh, this is from the Corn Palace.
Oh, we got something from the corn palace. I love it.
We got popcorn.
Ooh, popcorn from the corn palace.
It has nerds in it.
Nerds.
Yeah, it has
I
nerds
love
in it.
nerds. That's awesome.
And a corn keychain.
Ooh. Mitchell, South Dakota.
You watch. Benjamin will want to add that to his backpack. Benjamin has like 5 keychains hanging off his backpack.
We got a bunch of popcorn
what
balls.
flavor are they? They don't say what flavor they are.
No, it doesn't, does it?
We'll have to experiment. And...
This looks like something from Galaxy's Edge. You know, they should. They actually don't have blue popcorn. I feel like they should. They should. They should have blue popcorn.
Like neon pink popcorn.
Ooh, pink popcorn. John, what are the flavors on the popcorn balls? I'm curious. Do you know? But or is this like mystery balls? You get to find out.
We gotta try one and be like, what is this?
We'll definitely have to find one. Thank you guys.
Thank
That was
you.
so sweet. That was awesome. They are legit delicious, he says.
Hold on.
So
Don't mind me.
you can thank John for
Yes.
this live stream. He messaged me and said, "Hey, we've got a package on the way. Are you planning a live stream?" I said, "I don't know why." He said, "Well, the item that in the package is kind of like time sensitive, and I can see why, because popcorn can get stale pretty quickly. So
It's good popcorn, but I can't tell what flavor it is.
I need more than that tiny little kernel
What?
to get any sort of flavoring."
There you go.
There we go. All right.
I don't know if it is flavored, actually. Where is it? But it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily like got any specific flavors. I think it's just fun food coloring.
But it's good popcorn.
It is good. It is
That's
good.
cool. I gotta look up that building later.
Mm-hmm. When is California spring break, ma'am?
Like the whole month of July. April.
I keep forgetting this.
It depends because
My
every
kids-
school district is different.
My kids are off the 12th through the 21st. So the 12th is a Saturday, so like they still go to school on Friday the 11th. They're off the 12th and the 13th, being the first weekend. That whole next week, the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, the next weekend, but they're also off on Monday the 21st. So the way that Disney's blockout calendar works,
We're blocked
is
out
the-
most of our break.
the whole week of the like 12th through the 20th will be blocked out.
Are we going anywhere?
I don't know. My pass will work, but theirs won't. But the Monday the 21st, the passes are opened again.
Yeah,
So
usually go.
that's where when we always go to Disney
And
after
it's
spring break.
insanely crowded, but we
So
don't care.
since Disney is blocking out pass holders on the 13th through the 19th for sure, you can bet that that is when the most amount of locals will be off. Now, schools do vary and alternate, so it's hard to give you an exact week, but that week will be the absolute worst.
I mean, usually we found that pretty much all of like half of March and half of April are just busy in general because not only are there local schools that are off, other times there are schools in Arizona that are off, or Utah
13th of
that
April,
are off,
yes.
or Nevada that are off, and just between all the surrounding states, there's pretty much that whole entire month from like middle of March to end of April are just busy.
Well, so typically, Easter falls towards the end of March or the beginning of April, and so usually spring break is the mid-March to mid-April. Like I would say that in most years, by April 15th, spring break is over,
But this
and
is
we
not
have entered
the
shoulder
case.
season. But Easter isn't even until the 13th of April this
Which
year.
means there's going to be a lot of people who are off that whole week after. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
This whole week after.
No, like, we are, wait.
This is the week
Oh,
we're
wait,
off.
this is Easter?
I-
Or that's Easter?
or is
No,
Easter the
that-
20th?
Easter's the 20th.
Oh, Easter's the 20th?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we
Okay.
have off the week before Easter, but there's a lot of schools that have off
The
the
week
week
after
after.
Easter.
Some schools have off both.
Okay, I don't actually have the holidays listed here on my...
I'm pretty sure it's...
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is the
20th.
20th. I had to turn on the holidays on my calendar. But yeah, okay, so it's the 20th. My bad. But yeah, basically because Easter is so late, I don't know if spring break's going to start in mid-March
Yeah,
like
might.
it usually does. Because I don't know what colleges do. Are colleges still going to have spring breaks in the middle of
Well,
March,
and
even though Easter's
some-
so much later?
And some colleges do a spring break and an Easter break,
Yeah.
and they're two totally different weeks.
Yeah.
Or they sometimes do a spring break and don't get off for Easter. Like, it's honestly springtime in Disney is like,
Yeah.
it's just busy. Which is why we tell people, honestly, the summer is one of the best times to go. Like,
Yeah.
even though people think it wouldn't be.
John wants to know if we've ever seen a popcorn ball before.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if I've made them myself, or I know a friend has made them before. I'm trying to think if I've made them. I think I may have made them once. I usually get lazy at Christmas. If I do anything with popcorn, it's like drizzling chocolate bark on top of popcorn and sprinkles.
Joe Dama has asked this question a couple times if Benjamin ever uses his droid.
Every now and then.
Occasionally.
Yeah, if we pulled them out.
Occasionally the boys will play with them. Do you have any trips planned for Halloween this year? Jessica Tatone asks. Not sure if I pronounced the last name right. Sorry. Not really, no. No.
When are we going up in October?
I mean, like trips to Disneyland or just trip. I took that to mean like, are we going anywhere?
Oh,
Are we doing
no.
anything special?
No.
No, not really. Um, not really. One day only trip to Disneyland is Saturday, November 2nd. Is that a slower day to go?
Probably.
It's Dapper weekend.
Oh, no, never.
It's Dapper Day is
The 3rd.
is the Sunday the 3rd.
Because we were trying to go the 3rd, and we don't know if we can go the 3rd.
I want to go the 3rd, but Amy and the kids have reservations, but I don't because of my solo trips during the week to film content. I have more reservations taken up, so I book all of theirs out without me, and then because I figure it's easier to get one reservation than it is to get
But
4.
we don't know if we'll be able to get that one.
But I don't have one for the 3rd, so I need to
we might just
see.
switch and go up on Veterans Day instead.
Yeah, we've thought about that, but
kids
anyway, that's Dapper Day weekend. So I don't know if the whole weekend will be busy, but Sunday the Magic Key reservations are all gone for the 3rd.
A big super chat.
M. Colby, oh, thank you so much. That is an awesome super chat. Thank you, SoCal Disney Dad and family, for the great content. Love the Trapped In episodes. Going to Disneyland in November
Yay,
will
for
be
November.
our first holiday experience. We love Christmas time at
Yes.
Disneyland.
It is our favorite.
Gingerbreads.
And I'm sad that it's shortened this year because they're like starting it a week late. And I'm like, oh, that's one less week.
And it's
late.
ending a little early
It's ending?
because it's ending before your birthday, and usually it ends after your birthday. It's ending on January 5th.
It's ending that weekend. That's
Yeah.
always the same.
But I feel like last year it was like January 9th or something.
Yeah.
And this year it's January 5th, so that's like 4 less days.
We'll just have to buy more gingerbread cookies and take them home.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're, in case you haven't caught the hint, Colby, buy a gingerbread cookie when you're there.
Yes, gingerbreads are necessary. The Trapped In series, I would love to keep doing those. I just keep forgetting to because it's been so long since I've done one. And I feel like I did all the big lands. The other lands that haven't been done yet are some of the more the smaller lands.
New Orleans Square.
Yeah, like New Orleans Square. But New Orleans Square does have 2 rides in it, and no, because the Tom Sawyer Island is part of Frontierland, and Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes is part of Critter Country. So Bayou Country, yes. It really is just Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion, but there's quite a bit of food in there, so so that's something to consider too. But I think want to go back and do something. We haven't done Toontown yet.
I thought you did Toontown.
No, I haven't done Toontown.
Oh.
The reason I haven't done Toontown yet, Brownie has made an appearance.
And she's sniffing the popcorn balls.
Yeah, she's sniffing the plastic bag. She chews plastic, so Amy's gonna have to keep an eye on her here. Don't let her stick her head through the straps.
Yeah, we've learned that the hard way.
A cat's got her head stuck in the straps of a plastic bag before and went tearing throughout the house like distressed till we were able to rescue her. What was I talking about? Oh, Toontown is just so busy that I don't want to go film that up there because there's hardly anywhere to film that I'm not in somebody's way.
Or like tons of screaming little kids running around and stuff.
Any word on Magic Key sales reopening yet?
Yeah.
Chad says, nope, not that I've heard. The expected window in August came and went. So I couldn't tell you. My guess is they'll only open them up enough if enough people cancel. So, I don't know. I couldn't tell you when it'll open. But we'll make an announcement both on Community Post and in Facebook whenever that happens up. So I am going to right now drop a link to our Facebook page in the chat. You may click that. I give you permission to leave this live stream right now. Go join that Facebook group and come back, okay? Go do that before you forget. Join the Facebook group if you're on Facebook. We are It's going better than I thought. For the starters, we're already over 600 members.
I know, I was impressed.
The conversations and the chats have been excellent. People have been posting questions. Other people have been asking questions.
Other people have been answering questions.
Or yeah, sorry, answering. That's what I meant to say. Answering questions. Somebody asked the other day about the SIPS reward club for Panera Bread at the one on Harbor Boulevard, if they took it, and I did not know the answer, and I told Amy, I said, I hope somebody knows, because I don't, and I don't want this person not to get an answer. So I was ready to like pick up the phone and call Panera on Harbor Boulevard. Can you get Brownie off there before she knocks the light off? And then, no, bring her this way so people can see her, because people want to see Brownie. I was ready to call Panera Bread and ask them, because I did not want this person to go without getting their question answered. But I'm so glad one of you guys knew. So love that you guys are jumping in, answering questions. There is Brownie. You wanted her to make an appearance. Rebecca's all excited to see Brownie.
Our cats are famous.
And the people have been posting their photos with us whenever they have gotten photos with us, sharing their upcoming trips and asking questions and all that sort of stuff. So it's been really fun, really great, like totally different vibe than YouTube.
Right.
And we're making sure questions get answered, either on YouTube or on Facebook. Either way. On Facebook, I am doing a tip of the day kind of thing, and I can, post like different things to go along with it. And so we're doing fun tip of the day type stuff on Facebook. So different content too. We're not cross posting.
And I think you said you're gonna post more like anytime there's deals from like Getaway.
Yes. Oh, yes. Anytime there are any sort of like offers, be it from Getaway today or elsewhere, if we hear of like limited time things, I'm going to drop any important news type things that I wouldn't necessarily push on YouTube, just to, I'll put that on Facebook.
And Brownie is a tortoiseshell cat, or
a tortie. Yes, a tortie.
Not a calico.
Vince
He's got tortitude too.
Vince gave us a super chat. Thank you. I plan on getting a magic key. Do I need a reservation for both to park hop? No. You just make a reservation for one park, and that's your starting park. And then at 11 a.m. you can park hop, but you don't need a reservation for both parks. So
no, if it's after 11, can't you technically start in the other park too?
Yes, you can. If it's after 11 o'clock, it doesn't matter which park you started your reservation at. You can go to either one. You don't have to start in your starting park and hop over at that point.
Just know that if you go into a park, though, you have to wait, I think it's like a half an hour before you hop at a minimum. Otherwise, you, get red flagged.
There's security features.
We've had people learn that the hard way, too.
Yes. I need to take a brief moment. Amy will answer some questions.
Where are you going?
Here, I'll give you this, the laptop. And look, the ring is going to be right over her face.
I didn't think about that, Mike Wazowski.
I need to turn on the AC and the fan because it's starting to get hot.
Okay, let's see. How do we feel about the trolley closing? I mean, I'm kind of hoping they find a way to not, even if they close it for a little bit, not fully closing it. At the same time, I finally only rode it the other day for the first time ever. Trevor has never ridden the trolley, so
no. It's
not like it's, a loved attraction that everyone's going to be upset about going.
Hi, Soul Shot. Good to see you. Amy, what's your favorite ride at Disneyland and DCA?
Oh. DCA, probably Radiator Springs Racers, or Soarin' over California when they bring it back for Food and Wine Festival, because I like the original one better than Soarin' Around the World. Disneyland, I have no idea. Out of rides, probably I really like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Space Mountain, but there's so many in that park I like, because I like rides, I like Indiana Jones, so it's hard to say. Too many favorites for there.
Let's see, I just saw a trip question. Austin Andrews says, we have one night to watch fireworks. Should we watch Fire of the Rising Moons or Halloween Screams? We will have night to watch projections too. I have never seen either because we don't stay late very often.
And the one time we did stay late, they canceled the fireworks anyway.
I am hoping to fix that here soon. Because I want to start going to hotels more often. We stopped going because of how expensive they are, but we're starting to get large enough, and with our connections to Getaway today, I'm hopeful that we can get some comp stays in exchange for video reviews and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that means we can start doing some more hotel reviews. And with that, we'll be able to. Why you're tapping something,
Sorry.
and it's you were bumping the light.
Sorry.
I was like, why am I getting like a flash in my
Sorry.
face? We have some lights up to make it brighter. Otherwise, it would be really dark where we are right now. The kids are just coming in. They're gonna get ready to head to bed. But anyway, we're hoping that we'll be able to stay over some more often, which means we'll be able to do like nighttime things.
And we'll be able to do
Like
that
fireworks
and that nighttime rope
Oh,
drop.
yeah.
Not rope drop, but like nighttime.
You guys have been
clothes
asking
strategy.
for a park close strategy for a while, and I want to do that, but we have to
Talking
get
about
some.
this panda?
I don't know. So yes, I want to see Fire of the Rising Moons, though, if that answers your question. I could care less about Halloween screams, but Fire of the Rising Moons is something I'm interested in. So hopefully that answers the question. Kelly Marie gave us a super chat. Thank you. Love you guys and your channel. Also, not only is the monorail open again, but you can ride it in the nose again.
Ooh,
Oh,
we'll have to
that's
do that.
fun. I rode in the nose for the first time Friday night, and it was amazing.
we should
Ooh, yeah. I think that would be a really fun experience. So I'm gonna have to go and ask him to do that.
What, Benjamin?
I don't know what sport oh, yeah, bowling.
Vince, I'm sorry I missed the second part of your super chat. If we had to pick the train or the monorail, which would I pick? Probably the train. Because I like the stretch from Tomorrowland to Main Street. If we're talking about like Main Street to Frontierland, let's just go with the monorail. But I do like the Tomorrowland to Main Street stretch, and I think that's really, really good. I like the train. Have I ever thought about doing a review of the on-property hotels? I have done one, Pixar Place Hotel.
Yes.
But I have not done the others, and yes, it's because they're expensive. I mean, we're not at the point where we could just drop $600 or $700. We really are not to that point yet, and so it's hard for us to do that. I even asked Getaway about that, and they said that they can't do anything with on-property hotels. They said the best they can do is with all the like trips and things, that if you guys book a trip through Getaway today and you use our affiliate link, not only do we get a commission, but we also get like store credit, if you will, with Getaway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so we can use those towards. She said that we could use our credit towards like a Disneyland hotel stay.
Yeah.
So that might be able to make it affordable enough, but the GCH is probably out of our range for a while.
GCH, if we try to stay there, I want to try to do
With
it
DVC?
through like DVC renting.
Yeah.
Because that we could probably like manage that because it drops at like half the price. But the Disneyland hotel, I mean, yes, you could technically stay there, but that's in a separate tower and not really quite the like true same part of the hotel.
Yeah. Lisa had to head out. Sorry,
Good night,
we
Lisa.
might have missed you, Lisa. John says, "How early will they
Change.
announce
No, you
special
already had
Christmas
chips tonight.
food?"
Go back.
Oh, shit.
No, then you don't open one of those.
Let me look at the Disney Parks blog
What are you eating?
to answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the video idea recommendation, Vince. I'll definitely add it to
What was it?
to the list. That was the monorail versus the train was a video recommendation.
Oh, what's that say? They changed
This
the blog.
no, this is the Disney Parks blog.
No, it looks different.
I'm looking.
Nicole heard me talking about chips with the kids. Yeah, the kids are
Yeah.
getting their evening snack before bedtime.
The foodie guide for Halloween dropped on August 7th. and it started on August 23rd. So let's see here. Go back up to August. That was approximately 2 weeks ahead of time. So I would say they're probably going to wait until after Halloween.
What, to drop the Christmas
Yes.
time?
It would probably be like the day after Halloween, like November 1st would be my guess is when they'll drop the foodie guide. About then for Christmas. Christine, you are too kind. Thank you so much. You guys are just so amazing with Super Chats tonight. We really appreciate this. We really do. She says, thank you for all the tips. We can't wait to use them when we're there in November. We have absolutely loved watching all your videos. November is the time to go. November is the time to go. It really is.
To where?
Disneyland.
Thank you so much. Megan says, Trevor, recently I tried to use your link and discount code for Getaway, but it didn't work. Do you know if that's because I'm in Canada? I don't know. Well, so I can tell you right now that the coupon code only works if you are booking a package. It has to be a hotel and ticket package.
The affiliate link should work.
The affiliate link should work.
The other option is just call.
Yeah, that's a simple thing to do. Is just call Getaway and mention my name. And they're really sweet, awesome people. I mean, they really are awesome people.
Like, we used them, like, way back when we didn't live here and we used to come out and go to Disneyland. Like,
before we were annual pass holders, Getaway was our go-to for booking Disneyland vacations. We always stayed at the Clarion and we got like a third night free or a fourth night free or something like that. I loved that deal, and it made going to Disneyland, I mean, to save $200 on a hotel was just awesome with that. And
that was the one we stayed at when we had the earthquake, wasn't it?
Yep, we were on the 8th floor of the Clarion. There was an earthquake, and I just remember like the wall vibrating, and I was like, what in the world? We weren't Californians at the time, so I didn't know what was going on. I just thought like my eyes were playing tricks on me because it didn't feel like anything like on the ground. I just saw like things like vibrating. Like, have you ever looked at a digital number and you've seen like it like fuzz or haze because maybe like of a vibration? That's kind of what it was like. And so it was just weird. And then I had to ask Amy, I said, was that an earthquake? It was our first earthquake back in like 2012, I think it was.
Ooh, our first earthquake.
Do you plan a Disney in China? I would love to go to Shanghai. Would absolutely love to go to Shanghai or Hong Kong, though Hong Kong is technically, I think, its own little place. I don't think Hong Kong is technically part of China. But either one of them, but Shanghai specifically because Shanghai has all the like technologically advanced rides like Pirates of the Caribbean. I heard their Pirates of the Caribbean is second to none. Phenomenal. So yeah, I would love to. I just don't have any plans right now. Our next plans is Disneyland Paris next year, and then Tokyo Disneyland the year after that. Now, everybody that I've talked to says that Disneyland Paris is the best of the international parks. And the reason why they say it is because they said everywhere you look, it looks like an Instagram moment. Like, absolutely everything is picturesque, and it's just, like, beautiful.
I just want to eat all the croissants and baguettes.
I've also heard it has really good food. Some people have said that they have bad food, but someone said, like, I heard somebody ask, when we were at the Getaway Today tours last week, somebody was hyping up Disneyland Paris, and someone else said, I heard the food was bad there. And he said the American food is bad there. If you're trying to eat a burger or pizza or something like that, or fries, whatever, they're going to botch it. But if you eat the French food, it's amazing. So that's what we need to do. French food, absolutely. In a minute. Yeah, we have another box to open up in just a minute. Leonardo A gave us a super chat. Thank you. Says, hey, I love your channel for Disneyland. I know the best time to ride rides is at 9 a.m., but what is the strat for RSR, Radiator Springs Racers at DCA? Also, how does the monorail work? Do you need a park ticket from downtown? So the first portion of the question, Radiator Springs Racers is a ride you need to rope drop because it doesn't.
I'm a single rider.
Well, I understand, but I'm gonna answer the rope drop question first. It doesn't get less busy like Rise of the Resistance does. It only gets busier the more the night goes on. In fact, the later in the evening it gets, it actually is more popular once the sun goes down
Super cool.
than it is during the day. So you would think that, oh, well, maybe late at night, right before the park closes, is a good option. No.
Though at the same time, if you want to get, like, if you're only there for one day and you want to get the most amount of rides done, you're better off still going to the back of the park, riding like 5 rides in that first hour or 6 rides in that first hour, and still waiting an hour for that in the middle of the afternoon.
Potentially so. The other
Because
options.
you're gonna wait like an hour for it. No
These
matter
are
what.
these are the other options where it comes to Radiator Springs Racers. Single rider, which is the thing that I'm always pushing because I still think it's the best way to ride that ride. Especially if you and the person that you're with are in opposite cars, then you get to race each other, which is really fun.
It is fun.
And so there's that aspect, single rider. But of course, everybody in your party has to be at least 7 years old in order to single rider. I'm not opening the box yet. Oh, well, you can come. How about you come over here and just stick your head in and say hello? Benjamin, you can't even really be seen on the screen. The kids are wanting to say hi. And Benjamin, I don't know if you can. There's Benjamin. There we go.
Kinda.
Why did it say $99?
$9.99. Oh, the other one, the super chat
Don't
for
worry
99.
about
Don't worry about it, James. Sorry for the distraction, the cute distraction. We have 2 very cute distractions that have have sidetracked the video.
Let's go, Shaman.
The other option for Radiator Springs Racers is to just bite the bullet and buy the Lightning Lane Single Pass. If money isn't an issue, that's the way to go, just to be headache free.
Kids.
The other option is, and this is sort of also another money isn't an issue thing, but if you stay at an on-site hotel, the Pixar Place Hotel, Disneyland Hotel, or Grand Californian Hotel, and go do early entry, Radiator Springs Racers is not on the early entry list, but occasionally it will open early. When we did it, it was open by like 7:50, and we were able to ride it before it opened. And additionally, even if it doesn't, you can get in line so that when it opens at 8, you are still ahead of all of the rope drop people. If you don't want to stay at a non-property hotel, then the best thing to do is to go to Disney California Adventure on a day that is not early entry. So that's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. Those are the 3 days the DCA is not on early entry. You need to get up. You need to get up. You need to be at the park at like 7:20 whenever they open the gates. And you need to be at the very front of the rope drop line. Now, some people, like I've said, I don't really want to get up and be there that early because we have to drive from San Diego. But other people have said I would rather wait 40 minutes when the park isn't open than wait the time when the park is open and I'm missing out on other rides. So if that's an option for you, a good strategy option for you, definitely consider that. As for the second half of your question, how does the monorail work? Do you need a park ticket? Yes. You do need a reservation and an active park ticket to take the monorail from Downtown Disney to Tomorrowland because they kick everybody out at Tomorrowland. If you get on at Tomorrowland, you can stay on at Downtown Disney. But when you get back to Tomorrowland, everybody must exit the monorail. So you are entering the park at that point, and you do need a park ticket. They'll scan it before you even go into the station, so that once you exit the monorail, you're already in the park, and you can just
wants to know your favorite ride.
Haunted Mansion. A credit coaster. And an credit coaster.
There you go. There you go.
I thought you liked Buzz.
I have both.
Any other questions for the kids while they're here? Otherwise, they're, well, I guess it's not quite their bedtime yet, but...
15 more minutes. No.
Oh, Mr. Asparagus wants you guys to say hi to Jonah. Can you say hi to Jonah?
Hi. Hi.
Say hi, Jonah.
Hi, Jonah. Hi, Jonah. He got swallowed.
Whaled it, whaled it, whaled it, whaled it, whaled it, swallow Jojo Jonah.
So I want to know your favorite food.
Steak.
James. Yeah, he's got expensive taste in food. Steak and sushi.
Andrea wants to know what the boys are dressing up for Halloween.
I have no idea.
M&M's.
I'm gonna say
Probably your
if
M&M
we
shirt.
just stick with our brick or treat outfit, we just have M&M shirts. That's easy for us to. In fact, we got so much M&Ms at brick or treat because we were wearing M&M
Yeah,
shirts.
they were like, "Oh, you're M&Ms. You must like M&Ms. Have some more M&Ms."
Let's do that next year. So
Yeah,
we
we
can
would
wear
do
that next year. But instead I got like at one station I got like 12 Harbos. Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
What's your favorite food to eat in the park?
Pasta.
How about you, Benjamin?
Pizza pasta.
Pizza Planet pasta.
No, pizza pasta.
Is Benjamin getting a birthday
Yes,
video?
yeah.
Is he, but when? That's on the 29th, and we weren't going to film that day.
Huh?
Oh, we're gonna have to because we had to change our plans. Yeah, we're gonna have to film that.
We're going to
So-
do the bathroom video.
We can still do the bathroom
Has
video.
Ben gone on rock and roller coaster?
No, it was closed when we went to Disney World. Otherwise, he would have been able to.
It's just that other video that we're gonna have to push to the next time then.
My
The first timers video.
What's your favorite Disney treat?
Gingerbread.
The gingerbread cookies?
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Huh?
Disney dessert, Benjamin? What's your
Pizza
no,
pasta.
No, treat.
James, go get your slinky
Treat.
headband.
Gingerbread Mickey.
They both love the gingerbread Mickeys.
Yep, gingerbread Mickeys.
Yay, yay. I love gingerbread Mickeys. Oh, what?
No, the kids don't really do the pin trading because we got tired of actually wearing the pins.
So
'cause
go
they're
ahead
so
and
heavy.
put it on. This is the
The
new
new
one
one.
that we got from Tokyo. I think. They sell them in Tokyo, and I bought it on eBay for like $23 or something like that. And it took a while to arrive from Japan because I think the person selling it didn't even have it when they sold it. Like they were waiting for it to sell,
I don't
and
have
then
any.
it took them like 2 weeks to go into the park and get it, and then they sent it after that.
James says he doesn't have a least favorite ride.
No least favorite ride? Yeah, the broken headband I think got thrown away. But
Do I ever watch Indiana Jones?
Have you've watched Indiana Jones, haven't you? Or no? Not
we
Ouch,
just
ouch.
watched well we started to. We ran out of time. The second Night at the Museum tonight. So they were watching that. And it was between Night at the Museum or National Treasure cuz the kids got some free pizza from Pizza Hut for their reading over the summer. And so we picked up, today was the last day to use it, we picked up some free pizzas, and then we were going to watch a movie, and it was between National Treasure and Night at the
that.
Museum.
I wanted
scared.
Dum Dum.
Yeah, they said they
Yeah,
wanted,
dum dum dum.
hey, Dum Dum,
How
get
big
me Gum Gum.
How big is Disneyland on
Gum.
Easter?
Huh?
Disneyland on Easter. I don't know if that is actually super busy.
I mean, it's during spring break.
Yeah, but
so.
a lot of people don't necessarily go on Easter.
I've never been on Easter Day because we're always, with
Yeah.
family and things.
We always
so.
go. We have been going the past 2 years to on April Fool's Day.
Amy works at the kids' school.
Yeah.
Cassandra asked
On April
if
Fool's
this was our full-time job or if we had other jobs. Amy works 25
Yes.
hours a week
He's got
at
like
the
the
kids'
check
school,
check.
and
Yes.
YouTube is my full-time job. I used to have a website/blog that
Nope.
I put a lot of time and effort into, but some algorithm updates with Google pretty much tanked my website. Pretty much tanked my website last October, but it was right around the same time that YouTube started taking off for us. So the income just kind of
I don't
switched,
know.
thankfully. So the money I'd been making on the website switched to YouTube. The website isn't quite dead. The website isn't related
What
to
is Benjamin's video
YouTube. It's
coming out?
something totally different.
I don't know.
But
Cool.
it's nowhere near
Yeah, I
the
have
level
to
it was
show this.
before.
Cool.
Benjamin's birthday video, I mean, we'll film it on the
Corn.
29th.
I like
His actual birthday is next Monday.
The
the
23rd.
23rd. However, we couldn't go up next weekend because we have
A
a
birthday
friend's
party.
birthday party on Saturday. We're celebrating his birthday on Sunday, and then school. So
Oh yeah, we did ride the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Benjamin rode it. He was so brave and decided to ride it. He hadn't ridden it in several years. He decided to ride it a couple of weeks ago, and when he got off, he just had this like.
which one? The one here or the one?
The one here.
Wow.
He
What?
just had this like wide-eyed expression, and I said, "Did you like that?" And he's like,
Nope.
I didn't know ride those in Disney World. Yeah, but not in Disneyland.
We don't know when Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree's opening yet. We're hoping soon because
Probably
they
November.
announced the menu already for
Or is it November 14th?
it. We're
What
gonna be
Tiana's
fighting over that
coming.
now.
"Yeah, probably." Oh, you said that he probably would want to put it on his backpack.
He already has like 5 keychains on his backpack.
How many times could you ride your favorite ride in a day if there was no line? I once rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad 20 times in a day. You can watch that video. I think it's still on the channel.
It is.
Is it, or did you take that one?
I
off?
might have taken it off. Let me check. Big Thunder. I did it with Disney
Nope, you
24/7.
still have it.
It was my buddy Jacob from Disney 24/7. No, I did unlist it. It is unlisted.
You can relist it.
I could relist it at this point. Why not? I'll make it public again. Fine.
Okay, go see that right now. After this
Well, I was
live
trying to
stream.
say.
Yeah. Here, I'll even put it in the chat. You guys really want to watch it and save it for later.
Yes.
Here you go. Here you go. A video for National Coaster Day in
What's the
2022. I went to Disneyland with my buddy Jacob, and we rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad all day long from the moment that the park opened to the moment that I left at like 7 in the evening, 8 in the evening. Didn't
How
stay
many
to park
times did you
close.
ride
but
it?
Repost the Facebook group too for anyone who may
It's
not.
pinned.
Oh, it's pinned.
The
Okay.
Facebook group is pinned to the chat. So if you're interested in joining the Facebook group, there is a link pinned in the chat for that.
I don't remember when we're going in October.
Best food during Oogie Boogie Bash. I'm sorry to say, but there are only like 2 food items that are exclusive to Oogie Boogie Bash, and they're both like chicken tenders, and neither one of them are that great. If you just want to, just like food at DCA that's really really good. I always say Pim Test Kitchen is one of my favorites, and Lucky Fortune Cookery also some really good foods there.
You were gonna squish me.
Oh.
$5.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I think it's time for the
Yep.
kids to say
Say
goodbye because Benjamin's
night.
kind of
No.
squashing me.
I
getting squashed,
want to see the box.
Oh, okay. Let's open the box. Fine. Let's open the box.
Tell Rebecca thank you.
Rebecca, yeah,
first.
Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have you met Nerdy Daydreams? I have not. No, I have not. I've actually never even heard of them.
Can I
So I'll have to
open
look
it?
them up. This box comes from Kapolei, Hawaii. Kapolei is the area, the town where Aulani is. This is not from Aulani, but somebody who must live very close to Aulani. So I'm very curious to see what is in this box. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and this isn't, if it's not in here, we're not going to be disappointed. But I do want to tell you that we're kind of secretly hoping that some pineapple gummies got packed in here, because the pineapple gummies that they sell in
Okay, I want to have some.
in Hawaii are amazing.
Yeah, we kept going down to the lobby of our hotel
And
last year and begging
We've
them
talked
for
about pineapple gummies so many times. We love them. I don't know if this particular viewer knows about our pineapple gummy obsession. So if she doesn't, that's okay. This is from Nicole. I am going to butcher the last name. Bonenfant? I'm not exactly sure.
Are
It's right
you
there.
here in the live stream?
If Nicole is present, Nicole, if you are present, give us a shout in the chat so that we know you are present. we got a whole bunch of Aulani goodies. That's for sure. I'm seeing Aulani gift shop stuff right here.
There's a note. There's a note.
There's a note. Let's start with the note.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Gummy!
Oh, pineapple gummies! Pineapple gummies!
Let's open them.
There we go.
Let's open them. I'm
Nikki
getting
said that she lives 10 minutes away from Aulani.
these pineapple gummies.
So we have some wishables, and we'll have to one plush toy. Oh, there's one plush toy in here. It's like a mystery bag. So one kid gets to open this one kid gets to open this one. There's two of them.
Oh, and boys, grab. Oh, also earlier, you can tell the Andersons thank you. They sent us popcorn balls. So
Thank
look at
you.
these.
Thank you. That doesn't have our names on it. Who get who?
No, it's for all of us to share.
Okay, so Benjamin is opening his plush toy. He had
Have
me open it
troubles.
for him. Let's see what we got. Here's what's on the back, okay? This is what's on the back. This is potentially what we could get. Bye, Cassandra. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is what we could get, so let's see what he got. And he got, oh yeah, it's Goofy. That is one of the options that was on
I
here.
got Goofy.
Goofy. Oh, you got Goofy too. We got two Goofies.
Goofy. Oh, I
Very
want
fun.
shave ice.
Yeah, the shave ice is what I was looking forward to too.
The lamp ornament.
Oh! So Aulani has this special lamp. This is what it looks like, but it's a real lamp. I think you can actually buy the real lamp
Yeah,
too.
you can't buy that.
But
we got jelly.
it's
Where
so
are we?
popular
drop that.
that you can actually buy the lamp. So I didn't know it was popular enough that you could get a lamp ornament. This is so cool. This is so
But
cool.
Kim, what thing
Thank
did
you.
you get?
Can you open
You got
this?
Goofy? Oh, who did you get?
Goofy.
No, wasn't
Oh,
that Max?
oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Lights
wait.
Up. Lights up.
Where? Oh, there we go. Wait. Ha ha! We got it to light up. There we go.
Daddy, please can you open these gummies?
No,
We're not going to open
gummies
any
tonight.
food tonight, okay?
What are these?
Ooh, Pog.
Pog?
Yeah.
Pog? We got Pog? Shelf stable Pog.
Oh, and we got this.
What is that? Okay, can you please pop off my lap?
So we have some sea crackers here. Sea animal crackers, not sea
What's
crackers.
this?
Sea animal crackers. That's very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
And whoa, that's
Those are shortbread cookies.
the macadamia nut shortbread cookie gift set from
Those-
Aulani. I remember seeing this in the gift store, the gift shop.
The Padres won.
And
What's that?
we also have more macadamia nut stuff. Hawaiian shortbread,
for years.
macadamia nut pineapple,
James, go carefully. Take this
Mom,
over.
what's that?
Don't break it. Go put it over.
and
James, go put it by the pumpkin.
tropical
over there.
treats popcorn.
No,
It's,
no. Oh. There. Yeah.
I always mispronounce this. Mochi, mochi,
Mochi.
mochi,
Mochi.
mochi,
Mochi.
mochi. I am terrible with pronunciations. You guys know that by now. And guava jelly. Guava jelly.
That sounds good.
Those are jelly.
That is awesome.
We haven't
Thank
opened
you
it.
so
Okay,
much.
here, that was what all the
Thank you
popcorn
so
balls
much,
were.
Nicole, if you're watching.
Take a look.
If you're watching now,
We
if you're
got
watching
Nerd
versus
popcorn balls and stuff.
watching via what do you call replay? Absolutely awesome. Thank you so
Can I
much.
read it?
We loved
What,
this.
the note?
And I'm just gonna set
Why
this
don't
off to the
You can read it
side.
later, okay?
Oh, and I don't know if this got seen. The magnet. We've got an Aulani magnet too.
I didn't say all the flavors.
It's okay, too. Oh, you want to look at it?
Blinking, you
They've
miss
already
it. Sent a
seen it.
super chat in. Thank you.
They
In
already
2008, my sister got married in Disneyland by having our party of 10, including the officiant, ride Pirates of the
That's
Caribbean.
cool.
They were wearing bride and groom ears and made their
$20.
vows on the 15-minute ride. Didn't get caught. That-
Benjamin.
Benjamin, okay.
Okay.
Let's
$20. Thank you. Thank
that's super awesome.
You too. Bedtime.
Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for the super chat.
Everyone on the live stream go to bed.
Do we get free tickets to Disneyland?
No.
No. I pay for our passes. In fact, we we just renewed, so spent about $6,000 for our passes. And Amy is Indian.
Yeah, I'm not Mexican.
She's from the country of India. She was born in Calcutta and was adopted at 5 months old, and was adopted by British parents living in America. So for the longest time, we always said that she doesn't know what she is.
That's 5 minutes away.
She had a British accent as a child, but
$9. $9.
Go to bed.
time to go to bed, boys. At least go get ready for bed. You can wait. It's a school night, so yeah, you need to go to bed. You need to go to bed.
Oh wait, you need more medicine, right?
I didn't have medicine today. I will give you some.
There's a tooth. Are they both the same?
James has got a bit of a cough, and we're hoping he can go to school tomorrow. We're thinking he should be able to. He doesn't have a fever, but we're gonna give him some medicine, and he can get a good night's sleep. But no, we don't get free tickets to Disneyland. I've gotten free tickets to zoos before. When we did a couple of zoos during our last big road trip, we got tickets to the Henry Dorley Zoo, the Columbus Zoo, and the Pittsburgh Zoo. All 3 zoos we were given complimentary tickets for from YouTube. The theme parks have never given us complimentary tickets except for SeaWorld. SeaWorld has given us, I've never needed them until I, stopped paying for a pass. And they recently just invited me to their Howlow Scream. I'm going to film it, but I'm not sure I'm going to put that up on the channel because the last time...
Aren't you going to put it out for the members?
I might do it for members. I've learned that this scary stuff you guys don't really like. And so I don't think we're going to do any more scary stuff videos. Somebody asked about Horror Nights. Even if I were going to Horror Nights, I probably wouldn't film it because of the scary stuff. So anyway, we have a super chat from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And we have a super chat from Nivan Sharma. Hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Says, I used to use multi-experience passes to redeem my booked lightning lanes early. Do you know if this still works with the new system?
Let's go! Everyone,
I'm trying to figure out the comment. I'm sorry. I need to reread this again. I used to use multi-experience passes to redeem my booked lightning lanes early. Like, they still hand out multi-experience passes if that's what you're asking. But they usually don't hand out multi-experience passes until your window is available. So say you have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad booked for 11 a.m. and it's 10 a.m. and you discover that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is broken down. They won't give you a multi-experience pass for that ride until about 10:50 or 10:55, like right before your 11 o'clock lightning lane window. You'll get a multi-experience pass. But you have to wait till the ride opens up again, or you, I guess you could take that multi-experience pass and go ride another ride, if that's what you're getting at. For instance, you could, you know how the lightning lanes only allow you to ride the ride once? You could ride Space Mountain via lightning lane, get a multi-experience pass because Big Thunder Mountain Railroad broke, and go take that multi-experience pass, and if it works on Space Mountain, I'm not sure if it does, you could go ride Space Mountain with the multi-experience pass, thereby riding that ride twice. But you wouldn't be able to ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad because the multi-experience pass was from Big Thunder. So you were, in a sense, wiping Big Thunder. You can't then go book Big Thunder again because you got a multi-experience pass for it. That multi-experience pass is in place of Big Thunder. So does that make sense? I hope that answers your question. I'm not sure. Not sure if it did. Michelle sent another super chat. Says, hi, I love your content. When is the best time of the year to go to Disneyland for the best weather? Don't care about crowds. I like July. I think July.
End of June, July.
Um,
No.
If you
time.
if you like sunshine, July. If you like warmer weather but overcast because you don't like sunshine, June. You will get like, I don't know, like low 70s, and it'll be overcast, so it's not like super duper pretty. Not the greatest for photos, but
If you like cold weather, January.
so July is really good for sun and like low 80s. Not super hot, but low 80s. By the time we reach August, end of August, it's starting to hit 90s, and by the time the beginning of September hits, we get occasional hundreds like we did last week. 5 days of 100 plus degrees. What is that?
Lotion.
Pumpkin lotion?
It's not from the bogs.
No.
It's what I have, but my hands are dry. So, and it smells good.
How do you feel about what my wife wants to name our kid? Constance Lead Harding. I'm not even sure if that's named after somebody or something, but I'm not going to get in between you and your wife.
Nope.
So sorry. July, isn't it hot? No.
No.
I
mean, it can be, but it's not as hot as like people expect.
No. Our weather arrives late. We don't get August, September, and October are our 3 hottest months. I'm running the air conditioning right now because it got a little warm. So I had to put that up. But leaf. I still don't know if that's a reference to somebody, but I'm not going to be getting between you and your wife. Angela Reed says we're coming April 20th to the 26th. Would we get to see anything for the 100-year anniversary this year? Not the 100-year, the 70th. The 70th anniversary will be taking place in 2025. But I don't know. So I was having a discussion with someone on that earlier. They were saying that because the Disney 100 was January through January, that maybe that'll be the same case with the 70th. They'll do the whole 2025. I mean, it's always a possibility. They haven't made any announcements to that effect. But the 50th and the 60th, the last 2 big anniversaries, both took place from May to September. So May 2005 to September 2006, and May 2015 to September 2016. Those were the dates for the last 2 big ones.
They were like over a year.
So I would expect May 2025 to September 2026. That's my expectation for the 70th anniversary. Would we ever do a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique video?
Probably not.
It would be up to my children, truthfully.
But they both hate face paint.
And yeah, they don't really like being dressed up and made up.
So I doubt it.
I'm sorry. As much as like I would love to have a video about it, I'm not going to force my kids to do something that they're not interested in.
And we don't have a little girl. So.
And we don't have a little girl. Amy's always wanted a little girl. But
didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Benjamin, we always say the story that when we had James, we're like, oh, this is so easy. We should have another one. Then we had Benjamin, and we're like, never again. Some people have that type of child. He was such a trying baby. He's fine now.
Yeah.
He's fine now. But he was a very trying baby. For the first 18 months of his life, if he was awake, he was screaming. It's pretty much just the way it was. It was, we don't have any photos of Benjamin as a baby happy and smiling. Because
not many.
Because he wasn't really a happy baby, unfortunately. He had a lot of reflex issues, and is what it came down to. A lot of reflex issues. What is the best Mickey pretzel? The cream cheese pretzel.
Yeah, I like the cream cheese one.
The violet pretzel is the absolute
There's
best.
like a cinnamon roll one right now or something.
It's
and I've heard
okay.
that one's
It's
pretty
okay.
good.
I've had it before. It's okay.
We had the jalapeno one though, because I've heard that one's good.
We've
too.
had it once.
Have we?
Yeah, we've had it once. The violet pretzel was the cream cheese pretzel with basically like icing or glaze on top. Best ever. I wish they'd bring the violet pretzel back. Maybe they will for the 70th. Disney, if you're watching, you're not, but if you are, if a cast member is watching and you have like a suggestion box at work, please tell them to bring the violet pretzel back for the 70th, please. I would love that.
Favorite coffee. Ooh, I mean, the one that's always there that I really enjoy is the cold brew black calf and Galaxy's Edge, because that one's just always there. However, I just tried the, I don't remember the name of it. It's the cookies and cream cold brew from Pim's Test Kitchen right now that they have, and that one was really good because it was more sweet. I've had a couple other ones that were just but.
Brian Flores says, can you send a shout out to my girlfriend Jessica? Hi, Jessica. I said that she loves our videos. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Brian, I hope you do too. But thank you to Jessica. Shout out to you.
Go to bed, Benjamin.
I can't find any PJs. All I have is Christmas Eve.
Okay, well, I'll help you.
Sorry. Amy had to go disappear to help the kids get ready for bed. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what some of these comments. Maria Martinez, do you know the November Disneyland park times? Can you offer tips for visiting on the week of Thanksgiving? Bring your patience. That's going to be a big one. If you're coming during a busier time, excuse me. Bring your patience for sure.
For what week?
For Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving week, I assume the hours will be 8 a.m. to midnight.
That's what they pretty much always are. My blanket.
They are not always, because I think we're approaching times where the park is going to start closing at 10 soon, if we haven't already, just because we're starting to get off season, if you will. But definitely any major holiday week, like Thanksgiving week, it's going to it's going to be 8 to 10 for Disneyland, and DCA will be 8 to midnight. My bad. Yeah. 8 to midnight for Disneyland and 8 to 10 for DCA. That's what I meant to say. Fidgeting with your lotion. Sorry. I got another super chat from Jasmine. Thank you. Fun video idea. Mom and dad ride. Kiddos do a voiceover. Love all the videos. That would be crazy. That would be fun. I just don't know that the kids, occasionally they have something they want to say, and they'll say, Daddy, can I say something? And I'll put it on camera.
But most of the time,
they don't really want to be on the video. They don't really want to say anything.
Or it's like one word answers.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I mean, I could always see.
No.
But I'm not sure.
Or you might try that for just like part of another video. Like
it could be maybe a brief clip. Yeah. A brief clip of a video. That might be a fun thing to do. I bet you they would be more willing to do something that's like 30 seconds long. Yeah. Or we could just do a YouTube short. Might even put it up on the shorts. So that would definitely be fun. Let them do the voiceover of a short. Susan Hill says, this is not a Disneyland question, but I will be in Disney World for 2 days only. How would you tackle that? 2 days in Disneyland.
What parts are you doing? That's the first question.
Yeah, I would. I mean, if I were to only have 2 days, my 2 days would be, because I have Disneyland all the time. I wouldn't do Magic Kingdom, but
it's your only time going to Disney World. You got to go to Magic Kingdom.
But Magic Kingdom is the iconic park there. So if you don't, I don't know how often you go to Disneyland, Susan, but if you you don't get over here all that often, Magic Kingdom is iconic and kind of like a must. But for me, I would say I wouldn't do Magic Kingdom because of all the overlap with Disneyland. So I would probably do a day at Epcot and a day at Animal Kingdom. That's my.
He's not sure which parks.
That's my personal.
I mean,
preference.
If you have 2 full days, the other option is get a hopper and see what you can cram in.
I've also done that before. So
but it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, my 2, like if it was your only time going, I would say like Magic Kingdom and Epcot maybe. Animal Kingdom is a favorite, but there's not as many rides in that park. Like, it's not an all-day park. So if you're wanting to maximize the time, that's why I would probably say
Magic Kingdom and Epcot would give you the most bang for your buck. Let's put it that way. That's for sure.
Whereas, Animal Kingdom would not give you the most bang for your buck, even though it's our favorite park. Hey, boys.
Can you check us in?
I'll come up in like 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Go. Stop
Okay.
flicking the light. Go to bed.
See you in 10 minutes.
Okay, go.
Can you check us in?
Okay,
I
go.
see you in-
Sparky Farmer says hello from northern Minnesota. What about a top 10 mistakes first-time Disneyland goers
Don't we
make
have-
and top 10 mistakes veteran goers make? We do have a top 10 mistakes video. They're not necessarily by like first-timers or veterans, but I tend to redo a lot of the popular topics every year. So like I'll redo top 10 money-saving, well not top 10, but like top money-saving tips. They're usually about 20 tips. I'll redo the money-saving tips video. I'll redo the mistakes video. I'll redo the ride guides and things like that every year, because inevitably from the point of the beginning of last year to now, I mean, we've gained 20,000 subscribers since January. And if they came after I made those videos and did not go back and watch old videos, there's a chance they don't even know that those money saving tips videos and mistakes videos exist. So every year I redo them. Definitely I could this coming year put the spin on it that the mistakes that first timers make. And I could put that spin on the mistakes video to make it different from last year. I usually do try to find a way to make the videos different from last year. Thank you, Brian, for the super chat. And thank you, Vince, for the super chat again. Yeah, he says that he's getting a Magic Key and that he believes he qualifies for DAS and would like to do a video with us on using the DAS service at Disney. That would be great, Vince, actually, because I have wanted to do a DAS video, but of course I don't have any way of doing that. So if you would like to do that once Magic Keys become available and you can get a Magic Key, absolutely let me know. And I think that would be so kind of you to allow us to tag along and be able to do a video on the DAS. So thank you, I appreciate that very much.
Galactic Grill food. The burgers are. We like their breakfast stuff better than their dinner stuff, because their burgers are just But most Disney burgers are just
I've seen this question, I think, one other time, but I didn't get to answer it. Do the Matterhorn climbers ever come back?
I don't think they have come back.
I don't think they've been since like 2008.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time they did climbers.
Which is sad. It was so cool.
We need to see a video where Amy chooses her ultimate Disneyland. Yeah, you guys request that a lot, where like Amy chooses the day, but
It would be so similar to any other time we go.
to be fair, Amy and I's picks are aligned. Like everything that the only thing that would be different is that like she would pick a coffee drink or something, you know, and I obviously wouldn't pick a coffee drink. But when we go up as a family, she's making those decisions right along with me. It's not like, you know, I'm dragging the family everywhere. In fact, I'll also ask the kids a good chunk of the time, hey, would you rather go here or here? And they tell us where they'd rather go, and that's where we go next.
The one exception is somebody's food, because they will always pick pasta.
But for strategies, my strategies are Amy's strategies.
Even James is picking up on our strategies, because the one day we let James choose everything, it was like, oh, you've actually got a decent head on you now with like strategy. Whereas when we let Benjamin pick what we do, you bet we're gonna end up with some long lines, because Benjamin has no idea how any strategies work with ride lines or anything.
Abby asks about my first trip to Disney. Do I remember it? Walt Disney World. I was 6 years old, and the year was 1994. I was turning 7 a little bit later, but we went in September 1994. The only thing I remember is from what we have photos of. I've seen the photos, and I remember those moments because I've seen the photos. But if there's a moment from that trip, I don't know if it was this trip or the following trip when we went in 1997, but I want to say it was the 1997 one. I want to say it was the 97 one. I got a t-shirt, a white t-shirt with like a Mickey on it, and I had all the characters sign it. And I had all the signatures, and I kept that t-shirt for 10 to 15 years. One year I found it so much later, you couldn't even see the signatures on the shirt anymore. The ink had faded so bad, and I was just like, I'm just gonna get rid of this shirt. But that was my earliest memories of Disney. The first time I went to Disneyland, we were married. So I definitely remember that trip. In fact, we have a photo book. Where is that photo book?
It's in the garage, I think.
I'm going to go see if I can find it. While Amy answers,
Do you want me to go see if I can find it?
No, I'll go look for it while you answer your first time at Disney memories.
Oh, I was about to say, my first time at Disneyland, I think I was 3, but I don't remember that trip. We went back again, I think when I was 17, just for one day, and it was a crazy day because we went 2 days after Christmas, and it was so busy that at one point we hopped over to DCA, tried to get back into Disneyland, and Disneyland had reached capacity and was closed to letting any more people into Disneyland, so we had to stay at DCA for longer than we wanted to. And I remember this was, because we had no idea how to do rides or plan or anything. We only rode, I think, 10 rides in the whole entire day, and we stayed until, I think, close to midnight. So we've come a long way in what we've learned how to do. But that was my first time to Disneyland, or first time that I remember to Disneyland. And then Disney World, the first time I went was when I graduated from high school, and we were there for a week. And once again, didn't know a whole lot, so there were some things, I did not ride Spaceship Earth that trip because I didn't even know it existed. And now that's one of my favorite rides in Disney World. So we've, I learned a lot. However, we went to Rose and Crown and the English Pavilion and Epcot and loved that restaurant. And it was back when Hollywood Studios was still MGM Studios, and they had one of the coolest little parades in the park. And that was actually one of our favorite park days because it wasn't crowded back then. They still had the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience playset playground area. So, a lot different from now. I feel like the parks are a lot busier now than when we used to. Yeah, that was old school DCA as far as I know, that first time I went, when I was 17. Because I remember, I don't know if the Monsters Inc. ride was the old thing, because we didn't ride that. So I don't know if that was still Superstar Limo. However, it was definitely still the Bumblebee swings, and the giant orange, and trying to think of what else. Still California Screamin', and I remember the I think it was near the front of where Starbucks is now. It used to look like the coaster train, a freight train type of thing. So yeah, it was definitely the old theming for DCA. We are not going to Knott's Scary Farm this year. We thought about even actually going to Knott's Berry Farm at some point, when the kids get out for Christmas break. But I think we're going up to Universal for a day instead, is I think the plan. Oh yeah, the letters in front of DCA. Did they have the letters in front of DCA the first time you went?
The letters?
Yeah, it used to say California, in big gigantic letters
nope.
out in the Esplanade.
It was not there.
Really?
I was unsuccessful.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I was unsuccessful at finding the photo book.
Where's that book? It's not in the garage?
Well, I mean, you're a much better looker than I am. I just went and looked because it was your turn to answer the question. So I'll take back over and see if Amy can find our photo book. Maybe, oh, is it over there? No. Let's see. Will I be at Disneyland this week? No, I'm going to Universal this week. So let me move the camera a tad here. I am going to Universal with a buddy of mine. He and I have been talking about going to Universal for a really long time. And, I just said, hey, I want to go up, cause I need to film some fall stuff, and do you want to come with me? And so he's going to come with me on Tuesday. We're going to Universal. And we purchased early entry, so I'm going to make an early entry video and see what we get done during early entry and that sort of thing. Because they still sell tickets to early entry. and I think it's worth it. It's $25 for the day we're going. $25 is not bad for an extra hour in the park, and you get to ride Mario Kart before the line gets busy. So we'll do early entry video, but no Disneyland this week, unfortunately, for us. My next visit will be September 24th, I believe. Let's see here. Does my family ever do road trips through California? Jennifer asks. The last time we did a road trip, we went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and we thought about going there again this year, except the PCH was closed through Big Sur, and going around is a bit of a headache. And if we're gonna go up there, we want to go through Big Sur again, and take the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. And so I think we're actually probably the next California road trip we're gonna do is to San Francisco. So it is he's in fourth grade in school, and it's sort of like a California thing. Maybe it's a United States thing. I don't know. I wasn't in public school in fourth grade, so I don't know. I guess James isn't in public school either, but I don't remember doing a U.S. capital trip in fourth grade. But I feel like that's like a state capital trip. Sorry. So usually they do a state capital trip at their school. I feel like most of California does that state capital trip in fourth grade. And so we'd go to Sacramento and also San Francisco and do a bunch of things like that up that way. And they're not doing that trip this year for whatever reason. I don't remember why they're not doing that trip this year. So we thought about going and doing the trip ourselves. And I don't know when. Probably, maybe spring break. Maybe that's what we'll do over spring break, because you can't go to Disneyland. So maybe that's what we'll do over spring break. But yeah, we'll probably film that if we do it. What rides can you not film on Disneyland, even with a GoPro? I don't think there's anything at Disneyland that you can't film even with a GoPro. I've filmed every ride at Disneyland. There's nothing now at Universal. That's a different story. There's rides at Universal you can't film. But everything at Disneyland can be filmed with a GoPro at least. Can you make a get ready with us to go to Disneyland or your next Disney trip? People have asked me to do a video about like what to pack for Disneyland, and that's on. I think it's on my idea file. If it's not, I'll just quickly tap and add it here, just so that I don't forget. But a what to pack for Disneyland video. But I'm pretty sure that's somewhere on my list. My list is fairly long, so I don't always like these ideas you guys give me. I appreciate every single idea you guys give me, but I can't always do them in like a timely manner, if you will. So I try to prioritize what ones are like most useful for like this particular time of year. Packing video would actually be really good for January, because January is like the planning month. Everyone starts to plan for 2025. We have a big spike in views in January and February, especially because of all the planners. I feel like it's people who surprised their family with Disney vacations for Christmas. And, they've withheld doing any bit of research before Christmas because they don't want their kids to find out. So December is inevitably one of our worst months of the year for people watching videos, because people aren't researching, is my guess. And then once we hit January, it's like a big spike of people who are doing some research. So that might be a good time to do a packing video for sure. Do I think it'll be busy this week? Not terribly. It's middle of September. Nothing special about middle of September. So I don't think it'll be it'll be average. If you saw the crowd update that I did a couple of weeks ago, hopefully, cross your fingers, it'll be like that. I was there on Thursday. It wasn't too bad either. I felt like everything was pretty reasonable. Looking for some questions. I see lots of comments. People making different comments. The Bowser ride is cool. Come to Canada. Visit the Disney store in San Francisco or something like that. I saw that. There it is. The museum, Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco.
There's a Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco?
Can you make a video of shortcuts from the parking to the park, Universal and Disneyland? Video of shortcuts. Take the tram. That would be the pretty much like the end of the video. I guess there's Toy Story lot, and you can take the bus. But I mean that's really it. If you park at Mickey and Friends, you take the tram. If you park at Toy Story lot, you take the bus, and then you're at the park. There's no other shortcuts. I could give you long cuts. You want long cuts? We walk through downtown Disney. That's the way that we prefer to go.
We haven't lately.
Well, it's usually because we're getting up there at like 7:45 and we're trying to make it in for rope drop. But when we don't care about actually being in the park before rope drop, we walk through downtown Disney. Yeah, we like.
I said, we had one day, I don't remember what it was that we went up, that we weren't even planning on riding anything, and like it was nice meandering into the park, getting breakfast, and like not even thinking about trying to get anywhere.
John Anderson wants to know what temps to expect in November.
It could be 50, it could be 90.
I wish I could tell you. John. The first day of Christmas, it has literally been 93 degrees.
But then one year it was freezing.
Yeah. Usually 70s. Usually.
But we had one year, I remember we were bundled up. Well, we weren't bundled. We've been bundled at Christmas time, like in December. But we have also, there, like you said, there was one time it was 94 degrees. It was so hot.
Can I explain rope drop strategies? Let me just grab a video for you because
That's the easiest way.
it's too much to explain. Let me see here.
The best Disneyland rope drop.
There's a bunch of them, so I'm just gonna drop. Here's my favorite strategy. I'm just gonna put DL. There's Disneyland. Here is California Adventure. DCA. Dropping it in the chat right now. And here you go. Actually, I need to create. You know what I need to do? I need to create a rope drop playlist. I need to create a rope drop playlist. I'm not going to do it right now. I don't have because I'm looking at my rope drop videos right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Disneyland rope drop videos. And you can watch those if you would like to check out everything to do with rope drop.
Good night, Rebecca.
Good night, Rebecca. Have a great night. Thank you. There was a question. Do you think you'll do Tiana's Bayou with no poncho? On November 15th? Probably. I bet you it's warm enough.
Depends.
I bet you it's warm enough. Oh, that was the question that I wanted to answer. KJ, how long is the drive from Disneyland to Universal? About an hour. If you leave at 7 in the morning. I've done the drive about 7 in the morning, maybe an hour 15. If you leave any later than that, you're going to hit major rush hour traffic. And then I don't know how long it'll take, an hour and a half, hour 45 maybe. But leaving at about 7 a.m., you'll get to Universal at about 8:10-ish. And the park opens, well, right now it opens at 10. But early entry's at 9. I think when I did that, the park opened at 9, though. So we were there a little early, but park opened at 9. We have another super chat from Susan. Thank you. Thank you very much. No comment, no question. Just a super chat, so thank you. Why is Indiana Jones always closed the last few times?
Because that ride breaks a lot. That's the short end of it.
It's also this. Depends on when you're going in March, but that's one of their frequent, like, week-long refurbs. They, right before fall break and right before spring break, they always do week-long refurbs of Indiana Jones. They close it for a week. and they do maintenance touch-ups to basically make sure that the ride is good to go during spring break. And then I've also seen it shut down again right after spring break, like for another week, because of the abuse that it's gone under for a month straight. The ride does have frequent issues, and so they have to baby it and doctor it with maintenance. And so that's why, if you're going in the beginning of March, that's probably why it's always closed. Amy mentioned that earlier when someone asked about going into February. You're dealing with a lot of maintenance times. Have I been to Space 220? Yes. I liked it. It was fun.
Well, I mean, we went there, but we did the lounge.
Mhm.
So we didn't do, like, the full, like, 3-course meal.
Yeah, we just ordered a few.
Yeah, we just ordered a few little
items.
small plates and drinks. But it was fun. Like, James really enjoyed it.
Would I do a day out at Disneyland with subscribers?
Meetup day? I have no idea.
I know that like Ordinary Adventures has done a meetup before, but
The only hard part is because we live so far away, whenever we're up there, we're having to get work stuff done.
yeah, I'm usually when I'm there to film, and I'm there to work, and I'm usually filming like all day. So it's hard for me to like have.
No, the only thing I could think of is if we have like one of these days where like if we have a hotel or something and we're going up the day before and we're filming that day, but then we're staying over and the next day maybe we can't even go into the park,
Yeah,
but we're still there. You could do like a meetup,
An Esplanade meetup or a downtown Disney meetup.
like Earl of Sandwich or
Yeah,
something.
it's something to think about. Something to think about. Have you tested Lightning Lane Multipass again? Will you do another video on it? I have not tested it again since our last visit. And as far as doing another video again on it, it's something, again, that we could look into. But it would be probably in the new year. January, February.
Yeah.
That way I can do a 2025 video about it. That's probably the next time I'm going to do it. When's my next day at the park? September 24th. Is it cold in March? I think it is.
Yeah, but we're wimps.
We are wimps. It never drops, so it doesn't matter what time of year it is. It never drops below freezing. If it drops below freezing, it's like a day.
And you'll notice all the Californians because we're all bundled up.
It almost never drops below freezing. We don't ever get snow down here where we are. There's snow up in the mountains, but we never get snow down here where we are.
No, we have seen snow from Disneyland, all across the whole entire mountainside. And there was one day it actually did, there were snowflakes falling from the sky in Disneyland, but it's not like it's stuck or anything.
Yeah. But, what was I?
Is it cold? It's not gonna be super cold.
The temps.
It just might be wet and rainy. That's the only thing with March.
For me, it's still jacket weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
it's
jacket
jeans,
weather.
It's
Jeans and
definitely
jackets.
a jacket
Jeans
and
jackets. Yeah. Well, why be at the park September 26th to 29th? I think we're gonna be there on the 29th, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the day we're gonna be there? We'll be there on Sunday the 29th. Yes, you can be on the lookout. That's the day that we'll be there for Benjamin's birthday. But you can still say hi. Please don't feel like you can't. Absolutely, please say hi. How often do I go to Disneyland? Once a week on average. Amy and the kids, once every 2 weeks. So.
Or less if it's like this month.
You were supposed to go last week.
But heat wave.
But the heat wave canceled it. Yeah. Is DCA going to do another show with the Hyperion? I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get news that they're tearing that out to put something else in there, like rides and things, because that's just it's always a possibility. They're removing shows more than they are adding them. They're removing them. Aladdin was good. I did like Aladdin.
I've had Disney themed nails maybe every now and then. But most of the time, my nails, this is even long right now for
It
me.
was back when you did you used to sell those nails.
Yeah.
With the heat.
Yeah.
What was it
I
called?
don't remember.
You don't even remember what it was called anymore?
It's called
One of those multi-level marketing scheme things
Yeah.
that if you you sell certain things, then the person who's like above you gets money, and the
Yeah.
person above them gets money, and all of that. One of those things. I don't even remember what it's called anymore. Maybe you probably still have a box of that up in the closet. Did you pitch it?
I'm pretty sure because they stopped working after a while.
Jamberry.
Yeah, but they
Jamberry.
wouldn't work anymore.
She used to sell Jamberry. So anyway, great tip for whether we are coming from New Zealand for our first time.
Ooh.
Very nice. You guys you definitely have an opposite seasons, so plan accordingly. Most terrifying ride for you both that you refuse to ride. Amy is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's not that it's terrifying. I just don't like it.
Well, and the swinging. God, Mickey's Death Wheel.
Yeah, now that is terrifying.
Mickey's Death Wheel. I don't find anything terrifying. I'll ride everything. I'll ride it all.
Hey, we were slightly intimidated by Velocicoaster and Universal too.
Not really.
You weren't?
Nah.
You didn't feel like you were gonna fall out of that thing?
Nope.
I
It was
felt
all
like I
good.
was gonna fall out of that thing
All
the whole
good.
entire ride.
I enjoyed
It was fun,
Velocicoaster.
but
No fear there. Now, are we Christians? Yes. We attend Shadow Mountain Community Church with Dr. David Jeremiah here in El Cajon. Dr. David Jeremiah is most known for like the 100-some books he's written and Turning Point Radio. We go to his church. Ryan says, "Oh, Ryan, this is the first time I'm seeing your name in the chat. Has he?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm seeing his name. I
He
feel like
said hello like 15 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. Every time I see you, I think of Solvang. Makes me want to go back.
You just want a pastry.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to like overnight air some pastries to us.
Well, we just need to drive up there.
I know.
We just hate LA traffic.
What is your second favorite snack at Disneyland and
What was your
DCA? My
first
second
favorite-
favorite
what was your first
snack.
favorite
What's my
snack?
I'm like, why my second? I got to think about my first before I think about my second. I mean, wow, the garlic cheesy pretzel bread's probably my first, right? So if garlic cheesy pretzel bread is my first, my second, it's either got to be the gray stuff or the Matterhorn macaroon. Macaron. No, macaroon. That one is a macaroon.
That's a macaroon.
I always get that mixed up. That one is the macaroon.
That's the macaroon.
That one is the macaroon. It's got to be one of those two. Got to be one of those two. Can you try to ride every ride at Disneyland again? I'm not sure that we're going to repeat that video.
Not for a while. at
Not
least.
for a while,
It was very
anyway.
tiring.
It was an
was
exhausting. Well,
exhausting.
if we get a hotel, we start getting monthly hotels. Yeah, it's something we could look into. I wouldn't mind repeating it, but again, I might save it for 2025. That'll be anything that we've done this year. I probably won't do again until next year. So anybody who has another question about Genie Plus or that type of video or the mistakes video, my answer is going to be the same. If I put the video out in 2024, I'm going to wait until 2025 to do it again. Is our home decked with Disney merch? Not at the
really.
moment. It's decked with Hobby Lobby merchandise. That's
Fall
mostly
stuff.
what it's decked with. This pillow, I'm pretty sure, is from Hobby Lobby. And we got this Hobby Lobby. The curtains behind us are Amazon. That was a new touch. But the thing above the curtains, that garland, that's Hobby Lobby. We got that at Hobby Lobby. So we like to do a lot of our decor purchasing from Hobby Lobby.
We got fall blankets this year.
That's from Kohl's. That's Amy's fall blanket. Where's mine?
I'm on the couch.
Is it over here?
Like, it's on the edge of the couch.
Oh, I can't reach it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up to get it. But anyhow, Able Skeevers with ice cream, please.
He can't send ice cream.
I know.
I think we just need to, brave the LA traffic and go up there.
Yeah, these are what are these curtains called now? Nice Homes or something like that. I gotta check.
Really?
Nice Town. Yeah, I think about something. Is anyone like that? You get something in your head, but you can't think of it, and it's going to drive you nuts until you figure it out. So now I got to go through my orders on Amazon.
Susan said she has to drive to North Dakota to go to Kohl's. So North Dakota really does exist.
Nice Town, yeah, that's the name of the brand. Nice Town Blackout Halloween Draperies Curtains for Girls' Room Nursery. Essential Thermal Insulated Grommet Top Blackout Panels. Wow.
That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful for sure. That's the actual name of the curtains. But,
So wait, Susan, does that mean you live in South Dakota, though, as well? And not North Dakota? Because
probably.
I'm telling
Nobody
you,
lives in North Dakota.
Nobody I have ever met lives in North Dakota.
All the people that work in North Dakota live in South Dakota and commute.
I'm telling you, I have never met anyone from North Dakota. Oh, he lives in Canada.
Lives in Canada. Oh, okay.
He's the opposite way.
Okay, opposite way.
So clearly
Still.
North Dakota exists and people live there, but, still.
Do I buy merch at Disneyland? Not very often. Why? I don't know. I guess maybe it's mostly overpriced.
Every now and then we'll buy some, but it's very...
It
like,
is very
if we
rare.
buy something, we usually buy something when we're on vacation at Disney World.
Oh, we buy stuff at Disney World all the time. Just not at
But
Disneyland.
Disneyland, not very often.
Yeah.
John, what's your question? You said you have a question for us, but then you never posted the question.
Oh.
So go for the question.
I'm
That's a
waiting.
long way to commute coast to coast.
South Dakotas don't willingly go to North Dakota. If we do, it's an accident. David Thomason says, hi, big fan of your channel, coming over from New Zealand for Sunday 29th. Oh, we'll be there. And Monday the 30th. Is Monday likely to be a quieter day following the Oogie Boogie Bash the day before?
No.
Not necessarily.
Mondays have been busy. Like
So-
the busiest day lately.
Mondays are like the new Friday or the new Saturday. They have I don't know, is it still going on, the ticket deals? They've been having ticket deals that Monday through Thursday are like really cheap tickets.
I think that may be ending.
But I thought I read that they like extended
Did
them
they
like
extend
through
it
October
again?
or something.
Oh, again? Then
Yeah,
maybe.
I thought it got extended
All
through
I know
October.
is that because a lot of people have the pass, like a lot of the people I'm noticing have the pass even below mine, which means there are no weekends available. So like Mondays have become like the new like crazy day to go.
Yeah.
John asked, did we ever have a chance to ride the Skyway to Tomorrowland?
No.
Unfortunately. However, I wonder where that
Ooh,
book went.
fun
'Cause I
story.
used to have a book that
Fun-
was like
fun-
had pictures of it.
Fun story with the Skyway. I put out a video about like strange and bizarre stories. I might have unlisted that one too, but I tend to unlist videos if like they like tank real bad, and I felt like that one tanked kind of bad. But there was a video with a bunch of stories in it, and one of the stories was Barack Obama, when he was campaigning in Anaheim, he told the story that when he was a teenager, he got kicked out of Disneyland because.
For what?
Because he rode the Skyway, the Tomorrowland Skyway.
Was he dropping stuff off of it? Or
He was smoking in the sky buckets, and when the bucket landed, security was like waiting for him and like kicked him out or something like that. So he said he got kicked out of Disneyland when he was a teenager from riding the sky buckets. What are your thoughts on Hungry Bear restaurant? We did not care for the food. Well, the old Hungry Bear, I didn't care for the food. The new Hungry Bear looks really good. So once it opens up, we'll let you know. But the new food looks really good. Really does.
Granted, pictures always look better than what they end up serving you.
Absolutely. Well, it's because pictures are faked. I mean, they do their absolute best, and sometimes it's not even real.
You're saying all the ice
Like,
cream pictures are probably mashed potatoes?
Ice cream is mashed potatoes. Oh, and did you know that whenever they take pictures of cereal on like the front of the cereal box, it's not milk, it's glue, because they need it to be like, long enough for a camera exposure and white enough to show up on camera, so it's glue, not milk and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, to whoever just commented on Facebook about North Dakota, if you're on here watching, nothing's wrong with North Dakota. We just have both never met anybody from North Dakota. Like, I have.
Did somebody just ask that on Facebook?
Someone just said something on Facebook. Yes, they're like, "What's wrong with North Dakota?" Nothing's wrong with
Now I
North
gotta
Dakota.
find out.
Nothing's wrong with North Dakota. I just.
Oh, yeah, so the person, they posted, why does it say 52 minutes ago?
Yeah, it was someone else just now. Like, scroll down. Or is...
No, I went to new posts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I saw something pop up. Or is it just a comment on...
Alicia says, my dad was born in North Dakota. He moved to California when he was 21 and never looked back. So we know someone who knows someone from North Dakota.
That's not the same.
Kelly says my grandfather on my dad's side was born and raised in North Dakota. There we go. So we now know people who know people who were born in North Dakota.
I'm still waiting till I actually meet someone from North Dakota,
though. If you have early entry and multi-pass, can you do every ride in DCA when it closes at 6? Yes. We've gone in without either. No early entry and no lightning lane. And we've done every ride but like 2 by 6. And the 2 rides were Grizzly River Run and maybe like Monsters Inc. I think the last time that we went to go do that, we didn't ride Grizzly and we didn't ride Monsters because Monsters was closed when we went to go ride it, and we just said, just forget it. We know that we'd be able to, we know that we'd be able to get it.
Well, we kept like not riding Grizzly for the longest time because we were convinced you would get soaked. However,
hang on a sec. I saw the email, Vince.
Yeah. Since riding Grizzly like 3 times this summer, it's a record, we actually barely got wet on Grizzly, and the thing we've gotten more soaked on has been either Splash Mountain when that was open or, crazily enough, Matterhorn.
Relaska Ton asked if we are both from California or if we lived elsewhere. I grew up in Pennsylvania.
I grew up in Utah.
And we met in Florida, and now we live here.
Yeah.
So we often say we're from the 4 corners of the United States. Even though Utah is not exactly the upper corner, but it's kind of close-ish, sort of. But, yeah.
Vince, I mean, I like Splash Mountain better in the sense it's just a longer ride. So, like, you know, for as long as you wait. Though, honestly, I prefer Disney World's. I hate Disneyland's seat configuration for Splash. Like, I hate it. I hate sitting, like, behind or in front of somebody and, like, having to hold on to not slide down into the next person. Whereas Disney World's is, like, 2 people per row and you have a lap bar. So...
24B says hello from Taiwan. Hello.
Hello. What time is it in Taiwan right now?
Time in Taiwan. 11 a.m.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, look. And they just typed that at the same time.
Well, good morning from the future.
Where the office is from. Scranton, yeah. Scranton, Pennsylvania. I don't live near Scranton, though, but I'm familiar. It's the other side of the state.
Why is everything on the other side
Everything's
of
on the other side of the state.
Like Hershey's on the other side of the state? BB, what part of Utah are you from? And then, Lunar New Year, I mean, isn't that, like, right after...
I'm going to look up last year's.
It's, like, the end of January, isn't it?
Dates, Disneyland... last year it was January 23rd through February 18th. And so this year, which that was a Tuesday through a Sunday. So if the pattern holds, when we just skip ahead to this year, we're looking at like January 21st.
They've already announced that because they've announced all those like dates, haven't they?
I don't know that they have, but let me... it says in 2025, Lunar New Year falls on January 29th. In 2024, it began 2.5 weeks before Lunar New Year and ended a week after it. So...
never mind. That's just 2020.
They're saying that it could potentially be, if it's 2 weeks before Lunar New Year, it would be maybe about the 14th instead. It might start on the 14th. If they start on Tuesdays. I don't know. That's just a guess. They haven't actually announced anything, but that's a guess. If they built Grizzly River Run in Walt Disney World, would you ride it? They do have Grizzly River Run in Disney World.
It's
Kali River Rapids in Animal Kingdom.
And it's not
Virtually
as
the
good.
same ride. It's not as good. We have 2 drops, and they only have 1.
Their drop's bigger, and you get wetter.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have the advantage of they have a little button you can go spray people, though, afterwards. Ah, Lagoon, yes. Farmington. Yep, drove by there all the time going to the airport. Love Lagoon, actually.
Tips for parking.
Get there early.
Arrive early. That's all I got to say. If you arrive later, it's going to be a long line. So arrive early. And you can take the tram in and park at Mickey and Friends. I prefer that one over Toy Story. I've parked at Toy Story before. It's not my favorite. John Shipley says, do you guys like frozen bananas? I don't like bananas at all. Frozen or otherwise.
I mean, I don't hate them, but it's not really something I ever get in the parks.
The only thing that I'll eat banana-wise is banana bread.
Hey.
Otherwise, I'm not. And Brownie's doing something over here.
She's messing with paper.
Playing with paper?
Yeah. She's under your chair.
Under my chair. What's in Farmington? Oh, you're in Farmington.
She's in Farmington. No, yeah. Well, that's a different Farmington, but BB said she was in Farmington, Utah, near Lagoon.
Okay. And Princess Tiana is in Farmington, New Mexico. Farmington. Where's Farmington in relation to you?
What, Lagoon?
Logan.
That's where Lagoon is.
Oh, where Lagoon is?
Yes.
Okay. We've driven by there.
So,
Yeah.
random theme park on the side of the freeway, that's Farmington.
How about random theme park rides in the middle of a field next to your house?
Huh?
When you were growing up in Utah, there were random
Oh.
theme park rides in the middle of a field next to your house because she grew up next to Stan and Sandy Checketts, the owners of S&S Coasters. And there's a big patch of land very near to where she grew up where they would put all their prototype coasters that they're starting.
Those ones were actual rides. Their prototypes were in northern part of the valley.
Okay.
But they did have random coasters
Yeah.
up there too. Brownie, you do not get to eat the popcorn balls.
Brownie's being a stinker because it's almost her feeding time. Maybe you should just put them out of their misery, and then she won't be sniffing around our food.
Sound like I'm a cat killer.
No, so every single day at 7:30, the cats show up. We don't feed them till 8:30, but they show up at 7:30 and they start acting like they're famished, like they're dying, like they're starving, like we haven't fed them in hours. That is, they haven't been fed in hours, but we haven't been fed in years. And then Brownie lays in the middle of the floor, like sprawled out, all dead-like. And anytime we move, if we have to go to the bathroom or get up off the couch to get a tissue or anything, they dart into the garage where their food is. Like we're gonna go get them food right now. They're just they're obnoxious a little bit. Becca! Hey, Becca! Woo! Becca Robbins is in the house. Becca is one of our Getaway Today friends. And every time there's a Getaway Today meetup, we always hang out with Becca a little bit. I actually didn't get to hang out with Becca in the most recent one. It was so crazy. We were in different groups. I got to hang out with Chris Provost. He and Amanda were in our group. And Liz, I'm trying to remember their last names now. I can't remember. Fresh Baked Liz was in our group, but David was not there with her. One of her girlfriends came with her. And so I didn't actually talk with Liz all that much because David wasn't there. But when David's there, David is probably like the YouTuber that I talk to the most. And he and I have very similar personalities. And I'm kind of sad he wasn't there. But Becca, I saw Becca, I got to say hi. But I did not get to hang out with her very much.
I've been to Park City a few times. We've never gone skiing there. Looks nice. But we used to go shopping there, like at the outlet mall. And Shelby, I'm sorry your cat does that at 4:30 a.m. That is not a fun time.
What's
to
that?
Be. She said her cat, acts like our cats.
Oh. So get this, all right? The Brownie has developed a very nasty habit.
Opening doors.
She can open doors because our doors are handles like this. They're not handles like this. They're like this. So she reaches up and pulls them down. And I told Amy we need to go replace all the door handles in our house to knobs, so she can't do it.
Then she'll just scratch on the door.
But then she would just scratch on the door. But what happens is the little stinker at 5:30 in the morning decides that she needs to be fed, and it's James's job to feed her in the morning. So what she'll do is she'll open the bedroom door for the boys at 5:30 in the morning. And it's frustrating sometimes because we don't want the kids to get up that early. But Brownie doesn't necessarily always wake the kids up, but she always goes in. And I feel like that act of the door handle flipping.
Well, I feel like in the summer more it was waking them up. But now that school started, I feel like they're so tired that they have not really been waking up until closer to 6:30 when I wake them up anyway.
Vince asked if we've heard about the Disneyland cats. Yes.
We've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, we have seen them on occasion. Not very often, but we have seen them on occasion. Usually in DCA. I think that's where we've seen the cats more than anything. I also know about the Disney ducks.
We like Disney ducks.
Disney ducks are famous, especially when they have little ducklings.
They're my favorite.
Absolutely. Question on Provost. He lives in another state, but is there a lot of crazy travel? If so,
yeah, he lives in Utah.
He lives in Utah. Becca lives in Idaho. The Becca we were just talking about. She does Instagram, I think, primarily, and has a web page.
You can chime in, Becca, on your info.
Becca, feel free to drop your info. I absolutely do not mind. They can go check you out for sure. Yeah, so I know that there's definitely a lot of travel involved for Chris, but if you'll notice, he does a lot of at-home videos. Good chunk of his videos are at home. He makes it to the theme parks maybe once a month, once every 2 months maybe. And he'll stay for like a week and get tons of content, and then he spaces it out. So that's what he ends up doing. I go up once a week. He goes once every 1 to 2 months and then gets content.
He'll go for like a few days.
Yeah, he goes for like a week, usually, is how he does it. I'm not from, he used to live here. He went back to Utah during COVID to help his family, and because finances were tight at the time and things like that. But I know that they're in a better place now. But their life is in Utah now, so I don't think he has any plans to move back.
Becca said a website and a podcast.
Oh, and a podcast.
Becca, you can post your links.
Drop your link to your website. I don't mind. Go ahead and drop it so that they can check it out for sure.
Locker suggestions? I mean, they're all pretty good. I mean, we usually, if we're in Disneyland, we get the one on Main Street because they're like behind Starbucks. If we're in DCA, we'll get the one by the trolley station. If we know, I think every now and then we've gone the one in like the Esplanade because we know that, like, we don't know which park we'll be in at a certain time, and if we need to leave, then our stuff isn't tied to in a park. But they're all good.
I'm trying to see. I see somebody mentioned a second part. I didn't see the first part, but they mentioned a second part about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a very popular camera amongst vloggers. My buddy David from Big Red Journeys has one. I know that David from Fresh Baked has one. I don't know. I know that there's a couple other people that have them too. I just like my phone. I like the convenience of my phone. Provost does the same thing. He just uses his phone. I feel like all ears, not all ears, maybe all ears. I think all ears and Molly might have even switched to like Osmo Pockets as well. Mammoth Club. I know that they all used to use phones too, but I think they might have switched to Osmo Pockets. Wendy, the cats, yes, we were just talking about that. We have seen the cats on occasion. How do you get on the DCA trolley? Anytime it stops outside of the Hyperion, at the little hub area outside of Carthay Circle, and at the front of DCA. Anytime it stops, you can just hop on. No problem there. Just hop on if there's spots. Who would win in an arm wrestling contest between me and Provost? I have no idea. Neither one of us strike you as people who do any working out, so I don't know. Maybe he does work out. I don't know. But common things are not allowed in Disneyland.
Selfie sticks.
Selfie sticks, glass.
Yeah, like glass jars, glass bottles.
Glass is not allowed. Gum.
Well, I think you can take it in.
You can't buy it.
You
can't buy it there. You can take it in, but you can't buy it there. I can't really think of anything else that's not like, weapon related.
Yeah.
But those are some very common things, glass, whatnot. Do I know why the tram is closing at DCA or the trolley?
The trolley.
It's because the building where the trolleys are housed backstage is being torn out for the new Avengers Campus expansion. And that's the only reason as far as I'm aware. A video ranking all the popcorn carts. I have thought about doing a roasty toasty video, but that would be a short, I feel like. It would just be in a short. But we could do a roasty toasty video, for sure.
Find all the roasty toasties.
Find all the roasty toasties.
I've heard good things about the silhouettes in Disneyland. We just have never done it. So I thought about it because I think it would make a good Christmas present for grandparents. So maybe we should think about doing it.
KJ says that I'm assuming you're talking about the arm wrestling match with me and Provost. The next time I see Provost, I will ask him if he will do an arm wrestling match with me so I can put it as members only content. I think that would be fun. There we go.
He'd probably be down for it.
Oh, he probably would. He's totally chill. Just like John said, he seems like a totally chill, authentic guy. He absolutely is. He is one of the most awesome guys ever. In fact, I'll tell you this story. And I mean, anybody who's ever met him could tell you something like this. That's just how awesome he is. But the first time that I went to a Getaway Today event, he saw me, came up to me, wrapped his arm around me, and said, "I'm so glad to see you here. You deserved it. You are awesome." And it's just that type of... He's just an encouraging dude. He really is. He is the nicest, sweetest guy that you'll ever meet. He is completely authentic. What you see on camera is what you get in real life. He's totally awesome. Totally awesome. But yes, I would love to do an arm wrestling match with him. That would be fun. That would totally be fun. Have you done the premium Fantasmic dining package at Riverboat Terrace? No, just the standard. I haven't done any of the premiums. But
we did a Riverboat Terrace.
It was just the standard,
was it?
not the premium.
What's the difference?
The premium, I think, gets seats.
Oh, you sit there and what?
Well, no, you don't sit there because you wouldn't be able to see very well. You know those black seats?
Oh, in the back. That were in the back?
Correct.
Yeah,
I think you actually get seats. Oh. So that would be another consideration for one of these days where we stay over with hotels and things. We're gonna because we haven't been to Fantasmic since April of 2023, and because we never stayed late. I mean, that's the beauty of if we can start staying at hotels once a month, thanks to our Getaway Today connections and things. I'm hoping that that will come through. And we can start putting out some more hotel reviews for you guys, as well as start doing some more nighttime stuff, because otherwise we can't really do nighttime stuff. But that's my hope, that we can get some hotel stays. Would you ever do one of the Disney runs? I've thought about it. I just hate running.
Yeah, I
I've
hate
thought
running,
about
too.
it. I really have.
We need to train for a 5K so we can go do it.
Probably.
I mean, as much as we hate running.
Have I ever done the Skyline Terrace? That's another one I have not done. I think the next paid experience that we're going to do, honestly, is probably going to be the breakfast at Plaza. I think that's the next thing that I want to do if we're going to do like a
Would you do
paid
Plaza or would you do
situation.
Storytellers?
Plaza.
Breakfast?
I want to do an in-park one.
Mhm.
I want to do an in-park one. I don't know when. Sorry, the cat just pounced. That's why we're like.
She's been pouncing. It's good exercise.
Good
her.
exercise
She
for
needs
her.
it.
I don't know when. I don't know when, but I think that's going to be the next thing that we do. My favorite Disney character, Darth Vader.
I think Gaston was your favorite. Oh no, the Mad Hatter is your favorite.
Mad Hatter, yes, the Mad Hatter. I know Darth Vader's not a Disney character. It was just the first thing that popped into my head.
Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter.
And Gaston.
The Mad Hatter at Disneyland.
Yes.
Okay, is awesome. Now, if we're just talking characters, I think I've seen Alice in Wonderland once in my life.
It's a weird movie. You're not missing much.
It was a really long time ago. Speaking of movies, I know I still need to watch Princess and the Frog. I will watch it before I ride the ride.
Say, you're running out of time. We need
I
to
will watch
that.
it before I ride the ride.
You should have watched that tonight.
Should have put that on tonight. But Disney character in a movie that's not like at the theme park, or like, you know, not talking about the character at the theme park, but just the movie character in general. I want to go with Sully. I'm going to go with Sully. Or Mike. Gotta go with Mike Wazowski. Oh, no. Roz Wazowski. You forgot to file your paperwork. Yes, gotta love Roz. My favorite. And what's Roz's like nephew or niece or cousin or something from the Monsters at Work?
Oh, I forgot. We gotta watch that again.
Roz.
Ryan wants to know if you're getting Butterbeer this week.
Monsters at Work. Rose, yes. Rose is Roz's identical twin sister. There you go. Rose. Butterbeer, I want it, but I am trying to watch my sugar intake right now, so that I can't, because here's what happened, okay? So I was 225 pounds. I went, during that kick last year, or earlier this year, where I didn't do sugar, and went all the way down to 198, and then I went to Disney World and ate all the wonderful sugar goodies, came back and ate all the wonderful ice cream and Slurpees that my heart's content over the summer. And I gained 7 pounds, up to 205. My goal is to go back down below 200 and even maybe hit 190. The lowest weight I've ever been in my life as an adult is 180. Would love to get back to that point if I can. So I'm taking the fall because there's no new food coming to Disneyland till Christmas. Taking the time between September and November to go no sugar and see if I can drop some more weight again. Which means I guarantee you frozen butterbeer's got like 100 grams of sugar in it or something like that. Like it's insane. It's insane. So yeah.
Yeah, well, pretend the popcorn ball doesn't have sugar in it.
We'll definitely still enjoy the popcorn balls. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much.
And the
pineapple gummies. I got a moderation. You know, a little bit here and there. In moderation, it's fine, right? In moderation. Stay at the restaurant and view Fantasmic with the premium package. Oh, really? Because I didn't think you'd be able to see it all that well. Because there's trees in the way.
Apparently you can see it.
Aren't there trees in the way?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I thought there were trees in the way. Maybe there's not trees over there. For some reason I was feeling like there was trees in the way. But, oh, look, either way. Pretty cool. Would you say Halloween time or Christmas time is more crowded?
Halloween time.
Halloween time has fall break in it, and fall break is like the second busiest time of the year. It's in October.
I mean, granted, we haven't gone Christmas week, and I went once, and it was insane.
Yeah. If
So-
you're counting actual Christmas week, though, yeah.
But that's only that week.
And I mean, Thanksgiving week is in Christmas too, so those individual weeks are
Mhm.
probably busy, but I don't know. They're about the same, I guess. Do you think there's any chance World of Color comes back randomly in mid-October? We can hope. I don't
Is it
know.
gone right now?
Yeah, it's I think it's I don't know. This isn't confirmed. I think it's being switched from World of Color 1 back to
Oh,
regular
back to
World of Color.
Okay.
And they
I hope so. I like.
they
World of
had
Color
the
better.
they had the stuff out of the water the other day. You know, where they're doing all their maintenance on the
You
framework.
can tell John that Mia's in his box.
Mia is climbing into your box, John.
Oh, she just popped back out.
And the fact that you are still online at, I guess it's only 10:30 for you. It's not too bad. Is some of you it's 11:30 for you already, and I applaud you for hanging out with us this long. Hi, Jero. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. What do you get at the park instead? What do I get at the park instead of what? Instead of sugar? Savory stuff.
Bengal barbecue skewers.
Bengal barbecue skewers, yes. Bengal barbecue skewers, cheesy garlic pretzel bread.
You're making me hungry.
There are things that we can get that.
Which means once again, we're going up and letting Benjamin pick food next time, which means
What?
I still don't get to pick any food next trip.
So Amy really wants to go to the plaza. And we haven't had an occasion to go to the plaza because every time we've gone, we've been filming some sort of food video. And since Benjamin gets to pick, so
He's not gonna pick there.
maybe we
Actually,
do.
he might because there is pasta there. Maybe we convince him to pick there.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
There is spaghetti there.
There you go. Yeah, I bet you we could convince him to pick Plaza because he can get pasta there, so that's fine. Oh,
Do some nudging.
my mom is on. Hi, Mom. She just joined the Facebook page. Speaking of the Facebook page, let's mention it again. Facebook group tagged to the top of the chat. You can go ahead and click that if you want to join our Facebook group. If you weren't here when I mentioned it earlier, we do have a Facebook group, totally different feel than YouTube, and you can ask all your questions there. People have been really great about answering questions there. It has been awesome. I just love the feel of the community already. I still need to add some rules to the group. And put in some acceptance questions because we are already starting to get some spam pop up here or there, and so I need to make sure that we're not getting random people because I don't even remember who it was, like Kenneth something or rather. He just posted random gobbledygook. Like, I don't even know how they ended up in my page, but it was like random addresses. I've been getting that lately too in YouTube
videos.
comments.
Yeah,
They're like 54 Palomino Way and 47 Deer Ranch Road, and like people just posting random like street addresses like that, and it's like 20 different people on my Kualoa Ranch
It's
video.
only on that video.
Only on that video, and it's just that's it. 3 numbers, and a street name. And like 20 different people were posting random stuff. It was just really, really strange. I went and I deleted all those comments, but we got a comment very similar to that in the Facebook group that I had to delete. And so I do need to like work on membership questions and rules and things. But the community has been really good so far. Very, very enjoyable, and I'm so glad that we did it. I love Facebook groups. And I'm hoping that we can grow this one and have a really awesome community.
When did you start
there.
it again? What day?
I don't know, like Wednesday?
It's already grown pretty fast.
Yeah. Wednesday. Let's refresh the page and see. We've got 707 members since Wednesday. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for being a part of the community and for answering other people's questions. You got questions? You can drop them. Please, I should say this. Please don't neglect to ask questions on YouTube because of the Facebook group. If you want to ask me questions directly, asking on YouTube videos is still kind of the way to go because it helps the algorithm, it helps the engagement, it helps grow our content. But if you have questions for the community, like you want to see what other people think,
you probably need
the
to post
Facebook,
that in, like on the group too.
The Facebook group is definitely
please don't
a
commenting on videos.
I'll still answer questions in the Facebook group too, but it would be really awesome if we didn't like stop commenting on YouTube because again, algorithm and the engagement factor of liking and commenting. So very much appreciated. Is Haunted Mansion Holiday going to be on virtual queue in December too? It's going to be on virtual queue until till the external standard queue is done.
It might be a while.
We don't know when it's going to be done. It could be open by December. It might last till March of next year. I guarantee you it will be done by the time the 70th kicks off. They're doing all of this stuff, all of the construction, all of you want to know why half of the park is closed or was closed at one point? Like it felt like half the park was closed? It's because they're trying to do all this stuff before the 70th. And so I feel like all of this stuff will be open again by the 70th at the absolute latest. But as soon as the queue is done, it'll be fine. The framework for the Memento Mori store is up. There is finally this like the resemblance of a building there, so their project is coming along. Yeah, it won't open. It won't go off virtual queue until the physical queue reopens, and I don't know when that will be. If you really don't like a meal you buy, can you return or exchange it? Yes.
Yeah.
We've done that. We've done it at Legoland too. As a matter of fact, just did it yesterday. Yesterday at Brick or Treat. You want to tell the story?
Yeah, we got some nachos, and I think the ones we had gone, they had made like a while back, and so they had just been sitting there under one of those like little heaters. Well, it was completely cold and like just not very good, so I just went back up and I was like, hey, can I get a fresh one of these so we can like have it be more authentic? They were like, sure, and just exchanged it. So
well, they actually gave us the bad one too.
Us the bad one too, but Disney, I had like a wrap from Daisy's
the
Cafe.
veggie wrap.
It was a veggie wrap, but it was just like lettuce and like pumpkin seeds and like it was gross. Most vegan items we have tried and plant-based items have not been bad, but this was one of those. We probably should have taken the Philly dog back. But it was one of those days where like it was what I was planning on eating, and I couldn't, so I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to eat this. Can I get something else? And they let me get like one of the little pizza flopovers or something instead.
Yeah. They're really good about it. You just have to
be kind about it.
You just have to speak up, and be kind about it. But absolutely, they can do that. Yep.
And don't like over abuse it or anything. But
Lily says that we're her favorite YouTuber. So
thank you.
Awesome! Thank you. John says they're staying at the Fairfield Inn. Saw in one of your videos. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it looks really nice. Can I ask you why you didn't like it? I say it wasn't one of my favorites.
I think it was just because it was we stayed at better ones in Harbor, I think. Because I think that one didn't have breakfast or anything, and like the amenities weren't as like good.
So, it's just a regular hotel. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But compared to like the Best Western across the street that gives you breakfast, Candy Cane gives you breakfast.
And free parking.
And there's been like a couple others we stayed at that give you breakfast. Like, it's kind of...
Now, if you saw my recent hotel video with the Fairfield in it, one of my pet peeves with that hotel that I very briefly mentioned in that video is that if you pay for their themed room, all of their pictures are Walt Disney World.
Really?
Not Disneyland. And it's a pet peeve of mine because people do that all the time. Oh, look, it's a castle. It must be Disneyland. No, that's Cinderella Castle. Cinderella Castle. We have Sleeping Beauty Castle. There is a difference. It is important. Um, and then they had the Walt Disney Water Tower that was in Hollywood Studios.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
And so it was like, just a pet peeve. But the time we stayed there was during COVID. I mean, the Disneyland wasn't even open. We just stayed there because we were going to Knott's Berry Farm for their Boysenberry Festival. And the park wasn't open, but they were still having their Boysenberry Festival. And so we just stayed at the Fairfield and we went to downtown Disney because we still wanted that Disney atmosphere. And so we went to downtown Disney, went to a couple of the stores, and we stayed at the Fairfield. And because of COVID, like, half of everything was closed, and like even in the hotel. So it wasn't that great of an experience. We could absolutely redo it to see, if we have a different experience now, way post COVID. But I already have footage for it, so I'm not like super concerned about going back there again. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just, it's not my favorite because Candy Cane is my favorite. Even though it's not with Getaway today, I'll forgive them. And
I wish they were with Getaway today.
yeah, it's just they're my favorite. They're my favorite hotel. Now I have plans to stay at the Cambria, if I can, or the Courtyard. One of those could take over my favorite spot. But Cambria is kind of far away, and Courtyard is kind of expensive. So they both have trade-offs. But Paul says he'll be staying at the Cambria in November. Yes, the breakfast at Cambria. I don't think you didn't watch my video, and I didn't show you any footage. Their breakfast area is massive.
Really?
They have 10 waffle makers.
What?
And a whole bunch of other stuff too. Like it's massive. And I've heard the trick with staying at the Cambria is to walk to the Toy Story lot and take the bus.
Yeah,
that's the trick that I've heard. So we'll have to do that. The Viv is on my list of places that I want to stay. Somebody just asked about the Viv. Staying DVC if you're not a DVC member. Amy mentioned that if we were going to stay at the Grand Californian, we'd probably rent DVC points. That would probably be the way to go if we would ever stay at the Grand. So that's also in our backlog of eventually. Yeah, absolutely. Best way to utilize Genie Plus and Rope Drop. Let's go back to the Rope Drop videos and drop another one in the chat. Here we go. I'm dropping a video in the chat, which is LL Rope Drop. So that is a video that we did when we did Rope Drop with Genie Plus at the time. Now Lightning Lane Multipass. So you can check out that video.
Jodama or I can't read.
Jodama? Best hotel at Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. Like what would you consider best hotel at Disney World?
I haven't stayed at all of them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Pop Century
For being a value, it was a decent hotel.
Might be my new favorite. Here's the thing, okay? So for the longest time, I said Caribbean Beach because I love the Skyliner. So this most recent trip, we went with my mom and my Aunt Valerie, and they wanted to save some money, so we stayed at Pop Century when we were with them. But they only stayed for half the trip, and when they left, we switched to the Caribbean Beach Resort. And we had such a great time at the Pop Century that when we switched to Caribbean Beach, I thought my experience was just about to get leveled up. We get to go move up to a moderate. And we've stayed there before, but having immediately compared it to the Pop Century Resort just before it, the Caribbean Beach Resort was lacking in a lot of areas that Pop Century
the rooms aren't upgraded anymore.
That's part of it. The Pop Century's got brand new upgraded rooms, but just the closeness of everything. I mean, the only downside to Pop Century is that it's an extra Skyliner trip. And
the pool's not exciting.
And the pool's not exciting.
Like,
that
the
too.
pool is way better at Caribbean Beach.
That's the well, and see, when we were at Caribbean
And
Beach, the slide was down the
downside,
whole
though,
time.
yeah, the slide was broken until like the last day we were there. So if the
That
slide had
didn't-
been
yeah.
open the whole time, I think we would have had a different opinion.
We probably would have, but that really soured, I guess, our feel for the hotel, because that's the only reason we were looking forward to it the
Yeah.
most, was the kids
Cool.
going to the pool and playing with the slide and all that sort of stuff. But so, wow, some really big chunky comments. I'm gonna read through these wall of texts here. Can I drop the stuck in land videos? Sure, I can grab those. The playlist for the trapped videos. Where is it? Trapped in Disneyland. There it is. And get a shareable link. And I am dropping the link to the playlist in the comments for the trap videos. So let's take a look at some of these chunky comments. We've got the Cambria is awesome. I will say that there is a bus stop right behind it for those that don't want to walk it or take the Toy Story tram. Yes, they do have art buses. Art buses just cost a little bit of money, but I think you can buy like a 5-day pass or something like that. I don't know the costs on them. I know that like a single day pass is maybe like $3 to $6. $3 for kids, $6 for adults, $3 for seniors, or something like that. For like a single day pass, but they do have multi-day passes as well. And if you want to take the art bus, that's definitely an option. That's what Vince said too. Talking about the art buses. I really liked my stay at the Fairfield last time I went to Disneyland. They don't give you breakfast, but I don't mind. See, if I'm gonna go and stay at a hotel, I want breakfast. That's just my own opinion. I know some people wanna go into the park and buy breakfast, but I don't want to lose park time. I feel like that's wasting park time to take the time out to go eat breakfast. I mean, I even find it frustrating, like when we go up, first thing when we get in there, 8 o'clock, it's like rides. And eventually, Amy's like, I need food. We need food now. The kids, they're fine. It's like, I'll just give them a fig bar. We have tons of fig bars. That's all they want to eat. But Amy's like, I don't want a fig bar. I want food. So we have to like go stop somewhere and get something. And it's like, but we're missing rope drop, or we're missing the golden hour. So I like when hotels give me free breakfast because I eat before I go. Personal opinion. But, Grand Floridian or Hotel Del, which one do you prefer? Just from being in there. I've never been to the. Oh, never mind. The Hotel Del. I thought you were talking about Coronado Springs Resort.
No.
You're talking about our Hotel Del. The Hotel Del. Hands down, the Del here in California. It's the original, and the Grand Floridian's too sterile.
I feel stinky.
It's too sterile. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's too white. Everything's too white. It's too bright. To wear my sunglasses inside that hotel. I feel like. Hey guys, how cool is the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland? I love it. I'll tell you what, the very first time that I ever stepped into Galaxy's Edge, I happened to be reading a Star Wars book that they visited Batuu in the book. And I was reading about Batuu in the book. And then I stepped into that land for the very first time while I was reading, I wasn't reading the book as I stepped into the land, but I was reading the book that week. And the book came to life. And I was like, this is the coolest, most awesome thing ever. And as a Star Wars fan, it's definitely wonderful. I love being there. Even now, I love being in Galaxy's Edge. Is there a unique story behind my name? Yes. Trevor. Travis? Trevor. Travis? Trevor. Travis? Trevor. Which one do we name him? We can't make up our minds. So we're going to put them together. That's how it went. Trevor. Travis. Trevor. But you better be glad that my mother talked my dad out of the name he wanted to call me. He wanted to call me Savage. That's what he wanted to make my first name, Savage. I'm pretty sure it was from Randy Savage, but I don't know. I could be wrong. My mother could maybe tell you, but he wanted to call me Savage. I'm not a savage person. That would have been like the worst name for me ever. It'd be like an oxymoron. But anyway, my middle name is Lee, named after my father, and Benjamin's middle name is Lee as well. We didn't carry the middle name over with James, but the reason we did with Benjamin is because my father passed away the year before. And so when Benjamin was born, it was kind of like a way to honor him. We didn't want to call Benjamin Dennis. I don't know why. I mean, I guess we could have, but
I really like Benjamin.
we liked Benjamin. And so we honored my dad by using the family middle name with Benjamin. So we're all Lees. Amy's is Indian because her Indian name was Pael. And they kept her middle name.
That's not my middle name, though.
Isn't it?
No, it's Jyoti.
Yeah, Jyoti. I know.
Oh.
But I'm saying your Indian name was Pael. They changed it to Amy.
Yeah.
But your middle name,
Still Indian.
they kept the middle name, which was
No, they came up with the middle
Oh, did they?
name. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I thought that they just kept that middle name.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's still an Indian name, Jyoti. Jyoti.
We need a wrap up.
What?
You said we need a wrap up.
Need to wrap up?
Yeah. I need a snack.
Any last minute questions, guys? We're winding down. Almost 9 o'clock. So any last minute questions? We'll cover them. Favorite pro wrestler? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Wrong eyebrow, but still. What? He raises his eyebrow. He does.
Does he?
But it's this eyebrow.
Hmm.
I just can't do it on that eyebrow.
Oh.
Yeah. He's also one of my favorite actors too. I'm super excited for the live action Moana. Super excited for that.
Yeah, I think somebody asked earlier about Jungle Cruise. That's a fun movie.
Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
That's to make up for him
Yeah.
not being able to send us and
There you go.
Skeever.
There you go.
Now we got to go up there and buy a navel skeever.
Back in my wrestling days, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. But back in my wrestling days, when I liked wrestling, it was Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That was my guy back in the day. I like The Rock too, but I didn't really necessarily like The Rock as a wrestler so much, but I love him as an actor. But always, yeah. I haven't watched wrestling in a really long time though.
I don't think I've ever watched wrestling.
Jodama says that his son Ian said hi and asked what our favorite Indiana Jones movie was. Gotta go with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The classic one, the first one.
But I actually didn't mind the most recent one.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of liked it. It was kind of good. I haven't found an Indiana Jones movie I don't like.
Yeah,
Let's put it
okay.
that way. But you got to go with Raiders of the Lost Ark for sure. Ed Waffle says, "Hello, Trevor and Amy. Just passing by to say I love your channel. You've been such a great help in helping me plan my first Disneyland trip. Thank you very much." You're welcome. Thank you for coming by and saying hello in our live stream. Yes, I have heard that Vince is gone. But like I said, I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to it. Vince McMahon. He was the previous manager for wrestling. And Triple H is his son-in-law. and he has taken over. Well, actually, isn't Stephanie in charge too, or maybe not? I don't remember, but
I have no idea.
I saw a scandal. I feel like I saw a scandal like a year ago, or centered around the McMahons. Oh, she's gone too. Okay, but anyways, has anything helped your motion sickness on rides?
The patches I feel like that we use, they're linked on our videos from Amazon. I know they helped a little bit because the first time I rode Spider-Man at Universal, like, I thought I was going to be sick. And this most recent trip, I was fine. However, after riding that and riding well, I was fine on Velocicoaster, but because that day I was starting to get a slight headache, but it wasn't too bad. The next day, though, in regular Universal, though, like, some of those rides still set me off. Like, honestly, like, there were maybe only 3 rides I actually enjoy at regular Universal Studios because most of them are just so screen heavy that I'm really hoping Epic Universe isn't as screen heavy as regular Universal, but I think it still is going to be.
The only way that Universal can show the the technology.
I do know they're putting in far more roller coasters because like Donkey Kong has a roller coaster. There's like the dueling coasters for something else. There's another like dark ride Frankenstein roller coaster. So I know they're putting in like quite a few actual like roller coaster type rides, which those should be fine. It's the screen like.
How did you do on the Bourne show? Because that was heavily dependent on screens.
That was fine.
Now I've heard that if you sit up close, it can give. We sat like in the pretty much the back row, which we were told to do if motion sickness was an issue. I've heard that if you sit closer to the front, it's more of an issue because they use a full wall screen and they have like car chase scenes where the car is on stage not moving and the screen behind is zipping by.
Is that the Bourne show isn't 3D. The things that usually set me off are like the
3Ds.
ones that are 3D. So like, Jimmy Fallon ride.
Then you need to redo the Transformers because they got rid of the 3D at Hollywood now. I'm pretty sure it's not 3D anymore.
Then it might be fine.
Yeah.
Because like Jimmy Fallon was bad, but that's because it was 3D. And then I sat out Fast and the Furious because I think isn't that one 3D or is that not 3D?
Fast and the Furious. That's 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brownie. She's being a stinker because she hadn't been fed. She started whacking one of our decorations. I've never seen her whack that decoration before, but she's starting to be a little stinker, saying, "I want food."
Did you see her? She just meowing at me too when I looked at her.
It's a half an hour past her feeding time
like,
now. When is the opening date for the monorail? It's already open. Verito A. Yes, it already opened back up. It was running on Thursday. Somebody else said they wrote it on Friday, so it's already back up and running. When do Christmas decorations go up? They'll start going up the day after. Once upon a time, the day after what? The day after Halloween. Once upon a time, when the park closed for Halloween on October 31st and opened on November 1st, all the Halloween decorations were gone, and all the Christmas decorations were up. They made the change in a single night. There's even a documentary. At least I don't know if it's still on Disney Plus because they don't do it anymore. But there used to be a documentary on Disney Plus about the change. They how they do everything in a single night. But now it takes them about a week to put up decorations.
It takes longer even than that. Last year they were already putting snow on the castle before Halloween was even over.
That's true. You're right. There was snow on the castle.
We were looking at the pumpkin
You're
head,
right.
And there was snow in the background on the castle.
Somebody put like two holidays collide. Yeah. You know, when two holidays collide. We were
like, why is there snow on the castle already? This is too early. Like,
I remember that.
Snow there yet.
I made it. Oh, well, John says I made it. You made it the full live stream. Yay. Is there any 101 Dalmatians or Aristocrats? Thinks nope. Oh, well, Cruella. Cruella rides around.
She's awesome.
In the one of the Main Street vehicles going, "Hello, darling. Have you seen my puppies?" You know, she does stuff like that as she's going by. She interacts with people. Actually, Cruella is also one of my favorite. Aside from the Mad Hatter, Cruella is probably my second favorite character at Disneyland. Swaff gave us a super chat. Thank you. I left for like 30 minutes. Did you see my comments? I did. I think, was that the one about the, now I don't remember. I feel like I answered it, but I don't remember what the comment is anymore. I feel like I probably answered it. Oh, you were talking about the Osmo Mobile 3? Osmo Pocket? DJI Osmo Mobile 3? I think that's when we were talking about that. I did bring that up a little bit. I don't have one. I just mentioned that a couple other vloggers I know use them. Could I do a video on the art bus? Absolutely. I can put that into a video when we stay at like the Cambria, because taking the art bus could be something that we do as part of staying there. So I think if we get to stay at the Cambria, I don't know when, but I'd like to stay at the Cambria. We'll see if that happens though. Do characters go on rides? Mary Poppins rides the carousel as well as Bert and the Pearl Band.
Peter Pan, I think, is
and
doing that too.
Maybe so. A Mad Hatter and Alice will ride the teacups. And I don't know if anybody else, though, rides other rides. Usually only their rides. They only ride their rides.
I mean, Jack Sparrow will ride, like, the little raft ride over to Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh, yes. I've seen him, heading over to Tom Sawyer before. Also, I've seen Tiana on the riverboat. I've seen Tiana on the riverboat. Well, I think we've answered most of the questions. Oh, real quick, last questions. Okay, last question. And we're gonna go. Kendro G says, "What's your thoughts on the Hampton Inn and Suites Garden Grove?" I've never stayed that far away, but Hamptons are one of my favorite hotel chains. Like, love the Hamptons. So I think you can't ever go wrong with the Hampton. But you'll have to, I don't know if they have transportation or not. Garden Grove's like 10 minutes away. So I think it's like 10 minutes away. 5 to 10 minutes away. So like by vehicle, like you'd have to drive in. It's definitely not walkable. I don't know if they'd have transportation Disney or if you'd have to take an art bus, how long the art bus would take from something like that, or if you just have to drive in or Uber or something like that. But I don't think you can go wrong with the Hampton. I do like them. Well, sorry, there a couple other questions have come in, but I did say that was going to be our last one. We're going to wrap it up. It has been a long night for us, long night for you guys. Thank you to those who, quick, before we leave, everybody who has stayed on the whole time, give a shout out in the comments that the whole stream crew, sound off for us. Push the like button.
And go join the Facebook group.
So let's hear a shout out for the whole stream crew. And for those of you who are watching replay, join on in and say, shout out for all of you who made it all the way through the stream. Absolutely appreciate all of you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for commenting, asking questions during the stream. And thank you for just your support watching our videos. We could not do it without you. To everybody who provided a super chat tonight, you are totally awesome. Thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to us. It really does. So we thank you for everything. And have a good night. We'll do another live stream in October sometime. If you want us to do one sooner, you can always send us a package, because when we get packages in the mail, it's like, oh yeah, we got to do a live stream.
Especially if it's a time-sensitive package, like popcorn.
Address is in the description of every single video, so you can check that and find our address if you want to send us something. Even if it's not a package, you just want to send us a letter or a postcard, we appreciate those too. Thank you very much. Have a good night, all, and we will see you again